me.
Too late.
16K channel points. I really need to like.
Too late.
Oh, I gotta mute
Was that
myself
it?
on the stream. Oh
I
my
just
god,
want to
this is
hear if it
horrible.
was in there. Ah, no, dang it. It wasn't in the stream.
Okay.
I was hoping that me yelling that you can't make me go live was in the stream, but it wasn't.
Nope.
Nope.
And then I made you.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
fix my camera in a
as
second.
always, I will probably be buying people gift subs.
I think
I've been trying to do that recently because since we've been doing every 2 weeks, well, I gotta raise a promotion, but also like since we've been doing every 2 weeks,
That's awesome.
it always like falls like on the week of my like payday, so I'm just like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. View campaign.
All right. So, well, Sarah's not here, but we're here.
The guy who installed our water filtration system today, he might be joining us tonight because he was so Robin took the day off. These guys showed up to install a water filtration system today, and he asked her like what she was playing on Switch, and she's like, "Oh, I'm playing The Witcher 3," and they were like talking about it, and then they started talking about D&D, and she's like, "Oh yeah, my fiance plays like every Thursday on Twitch," and he was saying that he Twitch streams and stuff. So like he's like, "Oh, what's the Twitch?" And he's like gonna try to check us out. So hopefully he does.
That's cool. If you're here.
And we know CJ's bringing her. She keeps bringing her crew of followers over to us on Thursdays. So appreciate that too, CJ.
Yeah, it's not.
I ended up already having to deal with blocking people too for being toxic support.
Oh, that sucks.
You had to block people?
Yeah, for my channel and everything.
Well, that blows.
Just for being toxic type of people. And I'm too nice to just like not pay attention to that in chat, but I don't want to encourage that type of behavior.
Sure.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Well, you've got enough friends that could help mod too.
Well, right, and that's the thing too, is now at this point I have several people that have been promoted to mod and just they can hang out and take care of those people for me.
There you go. That's good.
I never noticed that you do that.
Like, I try to respond to stream up notifications, but when I get a notification that there's a surprise Uno stream, and it wakes me up.
No.
This has happened 3 times.
Wait, I don't even know what the fuck is your stream? Like, what is it?
Yeah, my stream handle is little.
This has happened 3 times.
Yeah.
She's a night owl.
I'm a night owl, and some of our viewers will at 1 a.m. like, "Yo, who's alive? I want to watch some stupid stuff." And we're like, "Okay, no one's live. Who wants to do an improv Uno stream, crew?"
Just put it on the schedule.
I really should just like.
Also, put the schedule in the Discord.
Okay, I'm following you now.
I mean, I have my schedule to a T. What games I will be playing out, what times on
I've been
my
thinking about streaming again on my own personal channel, just doing like platformers and stuff.
That's basically what I'm doing, and people like my community is growing slowly because there's not a lot of people viewing that type of game. A lot of people go on to watch like Apex and that type of thing, but that's the mechanics of Twitch at this point. I have like worked down to a science, and I have a community that has helped me work it down into a science. But that's a whole ass conversation we could have off like after stream.
Now, Marquise, when you say
down to
platformer,
science in 2 weeks.
Like on a scale of SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom rehydrated to Celeste.
I've been playing a lot of Hollow Knight and like Ori of the Blind Forest and like stuff like that.
Oh wait, we got
that
Tabaxi
tracks.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Tabaxi.
Yo.
All right, so what happened last time?
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Last time on Sparkle Motions.
There was a really big fight.
Sparkle motion hands.
Yeah, so
There was a hand fight.
there was throwing hands.
There was hand slapping
We were
all
literally
around.
throwing hands.
I have notes, but if anybody else wants to do it, then they can.
All I remember is crit hit bitch slaps from a
Quick
detached
rundown.
hand.
The,
All right, what's
Uh,
the
there
rundown?
was
the
a very
dragon
quick
cultists
rundown.
started moving in
What?
on the townspeople that were in the square.
We
They brought the
killed a
dragon. Well,
bunch of 'em.
the leader of those people brought the dragon to life, but it only affected one of us, which really made the DM mad.
Dude, it pissed me
Um,
off so much. My super cool game mechanic. I should
Why
have just
would-
raised the DC. Why didn't I just raise the DC?
What 2 out of 5 of us are like wisdom based.
But it was an intelligence check.
Oh, it was an intelligence check. I'm sorry, you're
Man,
right.
you guys are dumb as fuck. I mean, like, not in real life.
I'm very dumb.
But your
My character's
characters
very
Speak for
dumb.
yourself.
Have an 8
Chris is pretty smart.
You guys have like an 8 intelligence on average, I think. Like,
Speak for them.
that's not
Oh,
true.
wait,
Your
no,
average is probably
I-
is a little higher. But
Mine's
Our
12.
average-
Our
It
average
leans-
has dropped because Sparkle Gem is no longer statted in intelligence like she used to be.
I suppose MP Bear's not here. MP Bear's intelligence stat was real low, and so was Azita's. So I
Yeah.
suppose those are different things. So
Right.
you guys aren't so bad. But I didn't expect everybody, or only one person to fail. But anyways, you were saying, Chris.
A battle happened, and we won.
There
They-
was a firefight.
Yeah, they killed some villagers, but we were able to. They were reviving each other, and we were helping revive them and keep them safe. So I don't think there were any permanent casualties, except for the a-holes who were chanting "All dragons matter."
There are 7 dead bodies.
All of them need to die.
The one that was the caster, the one that was like their priest or whatever, they got away.
Yeah, he flew away and
The main dude that I yelled at.
Yeah, and then like
PNG style.
after the battle was over, the police are on their way. The 5-0's coming. Run, it's the fuzz.
Right, we got a quick phone home and tooth collection.
Yeah, I called.
That ran up and happened.
That's right, I did grab teeth, didn't I?
What's his name? Arden.
Sorry, wrong one.
So in my
That was up,
notes,
like, Woods.
I want to confirm this. It
My
said
God.
there
Eldar.
were
Go ahead,
4 cultists still alive at the end of that.
Yes.
Yes.
That is correct count. Very good. Gold
Is that
star.
Cowden,
We kept some
the
of 'em
one who
alive.
got away.
Well, there was one that we froze, and then Jerk gave a hug to. But
Poor
there were
dude.
the other ones that
Yeah.
were.
We killed all but one dragon
Knocked.
cultist.
My
3 were
God.
brought
No,
back
there
to
was-
life.
First, yeah.
Was I drinking?
still
Why
have
did I
4.
give him a hug?
You were drunk by the end of the stream.
Okay.
You had to have been, because you like, it was like the session was about to be over. All you needed to do was like tackle this guy.
and I
and you
gave
were
him
like-
a hug.
I hug
I'm
him
gonna
and
hug
then
him.
stand
Yeah,
there.
he was
was
frozen
like-
into place. He couldn't do anything.
Yeah, yeah. Because all you needed to do was tie him up, and then it was like.
It was
no, I hugged
very.
him.
It was great.
My
It was
God,
fucking
my
great
God.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that
My
like
God.
we killed
Good.
we killed all but one. 3 were brought back to life by the like other priests around. So we have 4. The head cultist got away. Yeah. So yeah, that's super accurate.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you guys like after arriving at the Temple of Bahamut in order to meet with Godwald's priest mentor character, scale bearer Vakar, and having a somewhat fruitful conversation with him. Yeah, you guys came outside to find the this dragon cultists formed up in a line, and they, things went south as you described. In the moments after the fight, you guys did a couple of things, but then very quickly, many guards arrived. First, they're kind of coming in sets of 3. As the guards descend on the group, it's a pretty quick cluster of shouting and waving of their, various either 1 and 3 will have a spear, and then the other 2 will be bearing clubs and shields, and they run up to you guys, seeing the bodies, seeing the chaos, and they're like, hey, like anybody, Chance got his bow out, drop that weapon, and shouting over to Letus with the tooth eater out, like, put down that sword. They're shouting, like, everybody stay here. Oh, and it's just a bunch of commotion as they run up, shouting and yelling. What they start doing is the guards start cuffing people that they saw having weapons. So, Chances with his bow out, Jerk with your sword, and the dragon cultists who had their scimitars, and everybody starts getting rounded up. They're like, coming with us.
Oof.
My God.
And so as they continue, and you guys apparently quietly accept this accept the
gonna
arrest.
Wait, all of
my hand-
us are
Yeah, like I didn't do it. I didn't break the rules. I swear. Self-defense.
Yeah.
Self-defense.
We'll hear it down at the station. Grabs your
I
arms.
quickly. My weapons are on the ground.
Yep. He grabs your arms, puts cuffs behind, cuffs you, and you have iron shackles.
I'm sorry.
Holding your arms
Who-
behind
They
your
all
back.
arrest. They arrested Chance, the dragon cultist, and who?
Me.
All of us.
Anybody who had their weapons drawn. So.
Oh, I didn't have weapons,
Taliesin-
so I'm good.
They specifically said people.
He was pointing at the dragon cultists there with their scimitars out. They start arresting people. They start going up. One of the guards goes and seeing priest, the scale bearer of a car there, go up and talking to him, about what happened, what's going on. The priests also try to jump in, and
My God.
let's see. Taliesin, you don't carry. You carry a staff typically. Godwald, you're usually
I have
you
a
don't
wand
the
and a
weapon
staff.
out, and I don't know of any hand weapons that Sparkle Gem carries, so I
She
don't
doesn't
think.
carry his hand weapons anymore. She carries
I do
her
have a
staff.
question because in my notes I
Or her
ended last
wand.
session comforting people. I wasn't technically wielding weapons.
They are in a panic. They like see the situation. It's an emergency, and they're responding to it. There's dead bodies. People are dead,
They just
And
see
they-
that you have a weapon.
and they are here, and they see you have a weapon, and they're throwing the cuffs on you. They're gonna
Okay.
they just want to bring everybody down to the station. And that's
Yeah.
the whole thing. Anybody like you coming with us? They point at Sparkle Gem. They point at Godwald. They point at Taliesin. Like, you're coming with us. Like, sort of get you kind of corralled, and as they're continuing on, even I think more of them.
Well, I would
Yeah.
like to say in protest, ask Vicar there. Ask him what happened. Surely you trust the leader of this temple.
Yeah,
You're-
buddy.
you're-
Yeah. We'll talk about it down at the station as he kind of.
I'll yell to Vicar. Vicar, can you not help us?
Hey guys, he's resisting, and he goes and grabs your arms, tries grab, and wants to go put
All
cuffs on you.
All right.
He cuffs you up, and same thing. He pointed at Sparkle Gem and Godwald. You guys coming with us? They motion towards you.
Yeah, half my team's arrested already anyways.
I can't
Why put
exactly
up a
claim this.
resist? I gotta head that way anyways.
I can't exactly claim this is an internal temple issue at this point.
All right. So Sparkle Gem and Godwald get to ride along. A couple of carts show up, and the four living dragon cultists are put into one. You guys that have been had weapons out or had weapons around are into another, and then Godwald, you and 3 of the Alkalites and Sparkle Gem are riding in an entirely separate cart, unshackled, and it's just another cart. And then you see them talking to Priest Vicar. He actually tells you, he's like, I'll be down at the station, Godwald, to help get this cleared up as soon as we can. And basically they take you guys over to the Hall of Justice.
Oh man.
I have it on the wrong layer? Boop, boop. I'll get these layers down one day. No, I won't. The Hall of Justice.
What was the
So-
antithesis of that?
What was the antithesis of that?
The cartoon, the Ministry of
My
Doom.
God.
Was it? Or what was
Sorry.
it?
I missed that. The kid was begging me for money.
Oh, okay, yeah. So everyone has been, 3 of you have been cuffed, just for having weapons. Just they're on-site weapons, dead bodies. They're bringing everybody in to get the questioning going.
Okay.
They bring you guys after a pretty short cart ride. Actually, you guys are brought over to the Hall of Justice. So it's pretty near the temple, and as you approach, you can see that
My
this
gosh.
it's connected to the Protector's Enclave by way of a bridge, and this is an island that has been generated through magic. So, what you guys, so the Hall of Justice is connected to the Protector's Enclave of Neverwinter by bridge. The building was created by local wizards when Lord Protector Neverember requested it of them, so he could gift the current hall, or the old hall, to the Order of Bahamut. Through magic, they raised the earth up, and it's pretty obvious that this island, with this sort of smooth edge around it, wasn't a natural rock formation. And then they erected the walls and the towers that make up the Hall of Justice and its offices. And beneath the hall is the local prison, and even farther underground is the labor camp that digs into the earth for precious metals and gemstones. As you guys are escorted in from the carts, you see the dragon cultists kind of struggling with them, talking about like you can't arrest me. I didn't do anything wrong. It's those clerics in Bahamut that are wrong. And they're shouting and things about it. They're trying to struggle. They get roughed up a bit by the city watch as they're taking in, pushing them, shoving them, like, get in there, go on. As long as you guys don't struggle or resist, they just simply escort you to is essentially a large holding room.
I go peacefully.
Yeah.
My God.
Chance's tail is twitching because I'm nervous as a tabaxi.
Just doesn't-
Jerks.
It's stuck up and frizzy.
No,
Jerk
it's
is
not
sweating
frizzy.
Oh, I
it's,
know.
it's,
profusely.
it's like half down. You know how the cat's tails kind of
Cats get angry and they
At the
swash.
very end, it's like
Yeah.
twitchy.
All right.
That's where I'm at. Ears are kind
You're-
of lower. I'm not happy, but I'm going along with it.
The guard is moving you along, doesn't notice at all. But so it's just kind of they continue to escort you in. As you approach into the building, there's essentially a clerk's office. Off to one of the sides, they go ahead and ask for your names and get your kind of
My
information,
golf.
and then take you over to what is essentially a holding cell, and then request that you wait patiently as they're going to sort out the situation.
So
My
wait, I
God.
have to go into a cell?
Yeah, everybody is in a holding cell, so it's basically like a big, mostly open room with nothing but a bench carved into the wall.
Yep, just the six.
All of
your-
us.
Your
Yeah.
your possessions have been confiscated by the police.
Well, I mean, all of us.
So while you're
together.
going, so this is what I'm saying. So yes, all of you together, all of you, the cultists, the citizens who they asked to bring with them, and then so the first thing that they do is they go through and take your guys' possessions. They're just a backpack. Take your backpack. They do a pat down, looking for any weapons, something that looks like a magical staff. I need to take this, sir. Your wand, please. Shields. They take off your armor if you're
My
wearing any,
golf.
so you're not just a big metal guy in the cell. And
Don't
you guys
take
are
my
all,
owlbear helmet.
they take your owlbear helmets.
Oh, I'm so upset.
It looks like it could be used as a weapon. Looks like big and could bludgeon someone.
I
So
guess
they're-
I could headbutt somebody pretty
I
They're a
saw
hard.
little-
my
little
bracelet,
concerned
right?
about it. You want to try and keep it hidden? Like
I mean,
try
it's
and
a
distract
bracelet.
them
Why
from
would
taking it?
they? Why would they take my jewelry off of me?
Because there's magical jewelry like crazy in this world, and they arrest people all the time, and they're
Mm.
familiar with it. So they're looking for it. But if you want to try and like distract them or hide it away or something, you absolutely can.
How would I? I mean, how would I distract them from grabbing it? Is the thing.
Oh, more like maybe direct them to something else or something. You know, if you're trying to like deceive them to like, oh yeah, oh be careful about that jar of coins. This little dragon's gonna jump out of there.
Distract
Why
them.
am I giving you the ideas?
Yeah, why are you giving me ideas?
Distract them like after they've checked one hand. Distract them and then switch the bracelet to the one hand they've already checked.
That would be
and-
a sleight of hand check, and I'm
Maybe
not.
a
as
sleight
good
of
at
hand check?
that.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what you're trying to do essentially.
I know. That's why
I was gonna
I'm
say probably
breathing.
sleight of hand in some way if you're trying to keep anything on
Yeah.
you. And that goes for
So I'll
anybody.
just
If
let
anybody's
them
trying to
take
keep
my
any of your
fucking
things,
bracelet. It's fine. It's
Okay.
cool.
like if you're like, man, I really want to just try and jam my wand up my ass really fast, they don't know it's there.
No.
I wasn't gonna say that, but I was wondering about my archery glove. Are they gonna take that away?
Just looks
Or
like
my,
just looks like a piece of leather, really.
studded leather.
Oh, I
Alright,
mean,
here.
Which
Here's what we're gonna do.
can we just pass the item amongst
I
us
just
so that
forgot.
way
I don't know if
we
you guys can hear me.
don't get caught?
We can hear
So-
you.
So they take all your packs, things that are on your body, if you want to try to keep. You want to try? I hear the bracelet, and I hear no, keep wearing the arch thing. I'm gonna roll once for the guards to look and see. They don't notice the bracelet amongst your other items. But that something looks fancy about that that archer's arm, and guard as he's taking it off, disrobing it, he asks, "So, Chance, was it? What's this?" So interesting.
Oh, it's just my flesh plate. It protects my fur.
Flesh plate protects your fur. Huh. All right. Well, I think maybe it looks. Well, roll me persuasion or just your deception because you're technically it's not just the tech plate. So yeah, so there's like a couple citizens that are in there with you that got brought along. A couple of them got cuffed because they were sassy and ridiculous. Did you roll that deception for me? There's 4 of the dragon cultists in the group of you, except for the people who came quietly and willingly. So actually, I'm sorry, Sparkle Gem, you didn't resist them, and so you aren't thrown into the holding cell. You weren't also bearing a weapon. So you've just been brought along. You and Godwald both find yourselves in a waiting room. It's not much more exciting than the other piece, but there's coffee, bagels, donuts.
Sip on coffee and hang out then. Like
Yeah, you guys are just
this
chilling.
is
So
wonderful. This is wonderful.
yeah, he doesn't quite trust you because it looks so fancy. Chance, he does take that off of your arm as you're put inside. So you guys are waiting in the are in that waiting for the group of you that is in the waiting room. Godwald and Sparkle Gem. They come up and they basically tell you like, all right, we just need to ask you guys some questions about what happened. We're going to be interviewing everyone, and just need you to come with us. And they lead you to another room as you've just been kind of led around and led around and led around. It's starting to get a little disorienting. But they lead you to another room, which is clearly an interrogation room. Big oaken table in the middle of the room, thick wood, and it has stained with occasional blood splatter. There's looks like knives and things have been stuck in. And as you guys, they ask you both to sit down. There's also one of the alkalites there with you, and in enters another member of the Night's Watch. Sorry, Game of Thrones. Another member of the City Watch, who has a kind of ridiculous pointy mustache, and he is bearing a insignia of a captain. You're actually familiar with this same same emblem that you've seen Sildar back in Tribord. No, I got Phandalin. Sildar, old man Sildar. Same emblem. As he walks in, well, hello. And who I would like to know, and he takes out a knife and jams it into the table, who I am speaking with.
Mic on.
Sir? And he points to you, Godwald.
Mic off.
I am Godwald, an acolyte of Bahamut.
Is this good? Yes. And you, Miss? He points to Sparkle.
Mic on.
You're
CJ,
muted.
you're muted.
Mic off.
I'm gonna take a drink every time. CJ's muted.
Always, dude. No, you'll be hammered.
You'll be
before the
fucking
end
Yeah,
of
hammered.
it.
don't
Yeah,
hear that.
you'll be hammered.
I'm kidding. I'm
Mic
kidding.
off.
I'm just going to drink.
Okay, you're still going to get hammered.
Yeah.
So she'll just look up at him and be like, "The name's Sima."
Sima, it's nice to meet you. And you. And he points over to the other alkalite, and it's Rish. I'm Rish. I am Rish of the Order of the Order of Bahamut. And Sarah, yeah, I'd like to clear up a few things real quick. No, hold on. So I'd like to ask you all individually your stories of what happened. So if you could please describe the situation to me and how we came to have 7 dead bodies in the streets of Neverwinter, I would be very happy to hear your tale.
I got distracted. He wants to hear our tale.
Am I-
Like, okay.
Am I there? I'm
I
sorry.
don't know how much I
No,
want
this
to
is
reveal
Sparkle
to
Gem,
him.
Godwald, and Rish.
All right. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't there.
Yeah, you.
So he wants to know our business and how we
Chance
got to
and Jerker.
Neverwinter, or just what we're doing in Neverwinter.
How there
Yep.
came to be 7 dead bodies on the street. I want to know how there came to be 7 dead bodies on the streets of Neverwinter.
Well, we were.
Oh.
I was finishing up lunch in the temple, and then suddenly there was loud chanting outside. And when I went out, and there were dozens of them standing there. And then they started brandishing weapons. And I know that I saw 2 of them knock a woman to the ground and start stabbing her. After that, it's a bit of a blur.
Oh, okay. DM question to player: is it actually a blur for you, like for Godwald,
I
or does
After-
he, or does he
after that-
remember after that?
I do. I'm not lying. I'm saying I'm using a metaphor. I'm technically not lying. I'm using a metaphor because after that, everything was happening at once.
Okay. So basically, if Godwald does remember, there's a little bit of a glow in the knife that's sticking out of the table. It's slow, it's dim, it's not shining bright, but he kind of looks like a blur, eh? Young lady, sorry, Erlem Stocksville. I need to be French, ridiculous French accent.
Outrageous.
Outrageous French accent. Young lady, what do you know about what happened after this blur he speaks of?
Mic on.
You muted
muted.
yourself again.
I'll
Just
take another
stop
drink.
muting.
Really, just stop muting
Mic off.
myself. It's a thing. Sparkle Gem's just gonna be like, honestly, I was held down the entire time by magic. I was looking at against the wall.
Knowing as the DM that you weren't held down the entire
I
time.
what the only time I was not being held down by hold person was the last round where Jerk held the guard.
You were held in place, but did you not see what happened?
No,
Did you not witness anyone?
no, I was busy looking at the grass.
Hmm.
He just wants to know, like, the
My
story. If
God.
you're, but I mean,
I
you
don't-
did,
I don't understand the
You
lying
shot-
for fun.
the knife glows. The knife glows.
Like,
Young
I wouldn't have-
lady, I'll tell you that
My God.
this will.
Oh, you're right. I
This-
did. I
this
totally forgot
magical
about my
weapon-
Nope.
Eldritch Blast.
No.
We
So
haven't
many
played
of
for
them.
like a month. We haven't played this campaign in like a month.
You're gonna have
I
to
haven't-
break me out of the same
3 weeks.
jail again if
You
you
already-
keep
Yeah,
lying
I
to
really
this
am.
guy.
You already said
Young
it.
lady,
Mic
this
off.
the knife glowing means that you're not telling me the entire truth. And so, if you could, I would like you to readdress your story and perhaps perhaps
Hey.
this man can help us. And he turns to Rish, and Rish is like, "Okay, so, like, first, I was in the courtyard, and we were giving food out to hungry people, and then these guys showed up, these purple dragon people, and oh man, and then like they came up and they started like, oh man, they started like walking towards the temple, and then like the statue came to life and was like whipping around and attacking people, and it was terrifying. And then I got held by some magic from the guy, and I healed a person, and he kind of like stutters through his whole story, but is honest and tells the truth of everything that he saw. So then he turns back to Godwald. Would you find this to be an accurate description of the time after? Gosh, I'm really not sticking with the voice.
Let's see. So Rish
A
was near.
ridiculous French accent.
Rish was the one near me on
Yep.
the field, right? So he saw everything that I saw, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Then, and so he would describe all the combat that happened over there and the guy fleeing.
Yeah.
Then,
No. To the T, he tells the absolute truth. He
yeah,
talks about how he used magic to heal people and to buff you guys and to raise some of the killed people back to life.
Mhm.
He lays it all out.
then, yes.
All right. Well, I appreciate you all taking this time today. I'm going to have to ask. I would like to ask you. My ridiculous French accent, young man. I would like to ask you and your cleric friend to wait out in the lobby. Young lady, please wait here. The guards are going to escort you to ridiculous French accent. Are going to escort you to the holding cell. And the guards come along and
All right,
Oh,
Luffy,
wait a
you're gonna
minute.
fuck.
Wait a minute.
Cuff
Don't
you
be
up.
touching me. Don't be touching me.
Okay, you backing up in the interrogation room in the Hall of Justice.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and do this, I am going to use my class ability. And I'm like, yeah, they're within
You're gonna
10
what?
feet, right?
Wait, you're what?
Don't worry
She's
about what
gonna
I'm
do
doing.
what she's gonna do.
I'm going to
I'm
do what
in
I'm
the
going
room.
to do.
I'm
So-
worried about what you're doing. I have no idea what it is.
So the guards walk over to you and they attempt to grapple you. So
Okay,
they go
are
to
they
go to
within
grab you.
10? Are they within 10 feet of me?
They're
definitely
right
within.
next to you.
Okay. Then I'm going to use Necrotic Shroud.
You're what?
Oh, okay.
You're
Okay,
what?
so as he goes to reach for you, use necrotic shroud. What is necrotic shroud?
So all of a sudden, you just see Sparkle Gem spinning in like a little circle as a bright light develops her. And then as she's like spinning the circle, you see little really big giant paws pop up on each hand. Big ears, cat ears grow out of her head, and a giant little Nico tail sticking out.
Okay. So you've transformed.
Transformed into a cat girl. And then
And-
every
there-
character within 10 feet has to make a DC 15 charisma check.
Save.
Yeah, charisma save.
So that's also Godwald.
Yeah, you
Right?
might be.
Or is
Yeah.
it who you choose?
Mic on.
Nope, it's not who I choose. Every creature within 10 feet.
I'll be back in a minute. Let me know how this plays out when I come back.
Yeah.
Mic off.
Love how everybody just walked away.
Yeah, I know. I
Magical
love this.
track girl transformation. Everybody walks away.
Yep.
And what's the check? Charisma?
Yes, charisma.
Charisma.
Okay.
Crit success.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
fine.
He's not affected. Oh yeah, and Reesh. And what was your DC?
15.
Oh, God.
In charisma.
Gotta find Reesh's stat sheet. I didn't think anyone was gonna try and use magic inside the police headquarters.
Yeah, nobody would be
So
that
it's
stupid.
technically not magic.
I don't care.
It's technically not magic. It is a
Okay,
feature.
where does it come from?
Actually, it is because of my goddess's imbuement into me.
Okay, is what I do magic.
Yeah,
Depends on
It's
the
magic.
magic.
yes. it's
Sorry, you used the word magic in your description. Could you please change your testimony to not use the word magic?
All
if
right,
you're trying
Reesh-
to claim it's not magic.
Reesh got a 9. 4 of the guards failed it with those first roll rolls, and Captain or Inspector Klaus has made the save with a 18. So
failure
what's the
effect-
effect? I'll just read it.
They're all frightened of me. Everyone who failed is frightened of me.
The
So they
condition.
can't move closer to me or like yeah. They just can't. They don't.
Frightened?
Yes,
Oh.
frightened.
Well,
And it only lasts for 1 minute, so I'm booking it out the door.
You're gonna. They get their attacks or they get their grabs of opportunity with disadvantage.
You are
They're
between.
frightened of me. They can't attack me?
That is not a thing.
Okay.
I need to read it.
Okay,
is-
so the guards. The guards are kind of like the dragon cultists, where they work well in a pack, and because they have a captain within their sight, they technically have advantage.
Goodbye, Sparkle Gem.
Yep. Sparkle Gem's dead again.
Why did
Well-
you do this? Well,
Because I was going to run the fuck away.
We are
Well,
in
hold
a
on.
building.
I
Hold
don't
on.
like cages.
1,
Sparkle Gem does not like cages whatsoever.
2,
This is very in character
3.
for her.
Can we?
4. 4.
I'm
Alright.
gonna rant
Okay, so
later.
with their advantage of being having a captain within their sight who's also not frightened, 2 of the guards are frightened of you, and 2 of them go out and you as soon as you go through this transformation of glowing and everything, their immediate response is, "She's using magic, get her!" And they go to grapple you. So you are there
How
are
many grapples am I going against?
there are 2 that are right up against you that are trying to try and grab you right now.
Are any of them
All
still
right,
feared?
then I am also going
Two
to
of
use...
the guards are feared by it. One guard probably fails
Right.
with a 2 plus 1, and so you want to roll contesting strength roll.
Right, I understand that, but like before I could even talk, and you already made your rolls, I have to announce if I'm using my wand or not reaction. That gives me advantage on all this.
Okay, I just rolled for their strength checks on the grapple, and you want to pull out after going through a magical transformation and then being like, "She's using magic, get her."
It just having the wand makes it so that way I could use it.
We gotta see if you were grappled or not
escape.
before you had that opportunity to do it. You did a thing, they did a thing.
All right, so the first one.
Their thing they're doing is trying to grapple you.
But this is a reaction thing. So the first one's a crit success.
And this is on what?
Fucking lucky ass.
It's on my wand of binding.
Okay.
Oof.
While holding the wand, you can use your reaction to expend 1 charge and gain advantage on saving throws you make to avoid being paralyzed or restrained. You can expend 1 charge and gain advantage on any check.
What
Okay,
were the first
so-
words of that?
All right, so the first guy goes to grab you, and he's unable to do it. The second one goes to grab you, and you throw your hand onto your wand of binding, and it enables you to skip off and dodge away from him a couple feet. There are now 4 guards, a captain, Godwald, and Reesh between you and the door. I mean, you have a moment.
closer to the
This would
door.
be your turn in combat order.
You're gonna have to get
Yes.
very inventive and lucky to get out of the situation.
I know, that's why I'm thinking for a second here.
Mic on.
I can't tank for you.
Okay, so can I actually use my knife to make it? No, because that's not. No.
You don't have anything, right? You were patted down and removed.
No, I was not. I went willingly. I have
No, yeah, she went
everything.
willingly. Godwald, she has her stuff.
Yeah. So let's see here. Let me think about this for a quick second.
Yeah,
I'm
Hey,
gonna give
next
you a
time,
Because I
next time,
thought
think
I
before
thought
you
I was
do the
closer-
thing.
Well, no,
please.
here's the thing: is I thought I
Mic
was
off.
closer to the door. I didn't realize I was on the other side of the fucking room. Are there any windows?
I'm gonna put a timer on. No, it's an interrogation room. It is specifically intended to keep people in one place and talking.
You've doomed us all.
I don't. Okay.
Sparkle Gem doesn't like cages. She
I
doesn't like
don't
at all.
care.
So.
You've doomed us.
I
Godwald,
don't
you can.
care.
Godwald, you have a turn here. You could do something. You could say something.
uh,
You could say something to Sparkle Gem.
Can you bind her?
not with mundane means, no.
Godwald, you have your stuff.
Yeah, but this is not a use magic situation.
Okay. I'm gonna let a couple minutes. I mean,
I
few.
messaged you.
You know,
Yeah. So
I am not inclined.
assessing
to
the situation she's
involved.
in, Sparkle Gem is going to decide to pretend to make it look like she's slicing off her, killing herself as a performance check and faint into the ground.
You
Just suicide in this, and
You what?
hopefully doing either deception or performance to convince these people she killed herself.
okay. So
'Cause
describe what is it? So you're trying to
or even make
fake
it
your
look
own death
like
through
basically.
suicide.
yes.
Okay. And how do you do that?
Let's see here. What cantrips do I have to make this look believable? That
All right, another minute. Too much time has gone by. The captain himself goes to grapple you.
all right. Yeah, I'm using advantage
With a
on this.
21.
Yeah, I'm using advantage on this. Actually, I can't pass that even if I get max. Even if I get a crit, I can't beat 21, so there's no point in rolling.
No, this is a bad idea, young lady. And he boom, grabs you. The other guards, boom, 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 coming down on you, boom, shut you down, and they hold you down. They forcibly, there's a knee in your back. There's, hands on your legs. They've got your arms backed in. You get your arms shackled, quickly. start taking off your stuff, they do a very thorough search. They take anything off you that seems like it might be magical in some way. They want you just strip you down to clothing. And you are then, after being roughed up a little bit and taking 3 bludgeoning damage, you are placed into a holding cell with the rest of the party. And a little bit of a fat lip.
Taliesin turns to her as she comes in. Like, the fuck did you do?
Mic on.
Sparkledrum will just look back and be like, listen, I don't like cages, okay? Now let's get the fuck out of here.
I have a plan. Like, that's what I feel like that's kind of what I do.
That's fine, but they...
So just,
tried-
like, trust
Don't
me.
even worry about it. They just tried to fucking throw me in here, and this is not good, and we need out, okay?
Okay,
And you just
so
see, like, Sparkle
so
Gem
let-
starting
so
to
just
shake
let me do that.
violently from anxiety. Like, she's about, like, on the verge of a panic attack.
chill out.
Are we like chained up to a wall, or are we just like
We're
handcuffed?
just in
We're
a
just
room.
handcuffed and in a room. Are we
Yeah,
still
you guys
handcuffed?
cuffed? Yeah, you
All
guys
right, then
cuffed.
Chance is
and-
probably like laying on the ground, hands cuffed. Like, this sucks.
Jerk's gonna try to calm.
Why did I join you guys?
Jerk's gonna try to calm Sparkle Gem down.
It's Chance. It's okay. I have a plan. Just let me figure this out. All right.
All
Dude,
right.
this is no better than when you first met me.
I got you out of that too, didn't I?
His ears go really flat. He just like sulks on the ground.
I'll get you out of this too.
Okay. All right. As long as they don't skin me alive.
All right. I mean, it's at least she didn't attack them, right? Like she didn't try
Well,
and hurt
yeah, not
anybody.
because she wasn't. She was gonna try to.
Just trying to avoid being arrested. That's
Okay, well,
all she was
I'm trying to.
do. She was
Jerk is
freaking
gonna
the
try to
fuck
calm her
out.
down. He's like gonna go
They
and
do-
like start
yeah.
doing the little back rub thing and be like, "It's all right. We got out of this once. We're gonna get out of this again. Just chill. I don't know what the fuck you did, but don't do it again. Don't do it again. Just relax, please, because I'll run you through if you do it again."
Godwald,
off.
you're there? I can't see you anymore. Okay, you're there.
Sorry, I had to check the laundry. Is it my turn?
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, basically, Sparkle Gem was tackled and taken out of the room. Had all of her possessions taken off of her, and she was roughed up a little bit.
Okay.
But the inspector turns to you. As a cleric of Bahamut, ridiculous French accent. As a cleric of Bahamut, did you know this woman? Like, I understand from what I've been told is that she travels with you, and this is a traveling companion of yours.
I have traveled with her in the past. After an absence, we met up with her again here in the city. It seems that more about her has changed than met the eye.
Well, I would maybe suggest not having such irrational compatriots.
Indeed.
I'd still honor what we said before. If you could please just wait for us while we continue in interrogating everyone and finding out what happened, I'd be very glad.
Of course, it's a busy day.
Yes, thank you. And thank you, Alkalite Reach.
How
and you
how
guys
is
are-
Reese looking? He's had a weird day.
He looks a bit frazzled. This is way beyond like his normal thing. Like he knows his healing magic. He's practiced it in class, but he's never experienced battle. So like fights and deaths and he's kind of like he was riding a wave of adrenaline, and at this point it's like crashing, and he's just like, oh, okay. When he told the story about how it all happened, it went back up. Oh, but now he's kind of just like, oh man, like this is crazy. This is the kind of thing that happened when you leave the city. Like, does it happen all the time to you?
I that He's like, I had an answer, and then the way he is like, I had a very different answer between does this happen all the time and does this happen all the time to you. um, I'll
Voice
just pat his
prompt
back.
activated.
Not gonna answer that one.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna have to make sure. I'm gonna have to make sure to, we get this story recorded in the temple history. Like this is a crazy event. This is the sort of thing that they'll be telling other people about. And he's kind of jazzed, but he waits there in the waiting room with you. So then guards come along to the waiting room, and they one by one start taking people to go and ask them questions.
1.
Let's see. Um,
1.
there's actually one of the alkalites who was a little sassy, and he got cuffed and taken along. He was talking a bit about like temple authority, and the guards didn't care, so he's the first one that they take. The other, let's see. Then after them, God, while you're already out, they start coming for the citizens. So they grab a couple of the citizens who, like I said, a few of them had also, complained about, that they shouldn't be arrested, and so they were taken. But they also take Jerk as a citizen of Neverwinter, and
Mic
he's gone.
on.
That's a-okay. I go willingly. I also, as I'm leaving, I just kind of tell Sparkle Gem, it's gonna be all right. Just tell the truth and don't freak out. Everything's gonna be fine.
Mic off.
All right, yeah. So they take you over to interrogation room. You notice that. I mean, you see this same like giant wooden table. There's a dagger sticking out of the table. They ask you to sit down. And they would have probably uncuffed you for this to talk for a minute, but after the last incident, they're all on edge, so they leave you cuffed, and they just ask what your version of events.
Mic on.
Yeah, I tell them we were accompanying our cleric friend to go see where he trained, and I'm back home for the first time in years, so I was kind of showing my party around the sights and everything of this beautiful city, Neverwinter. And while we were
Knife blows.
discussing,
I'm kidding.
while we were discussing, I was actually trying. Honestly, I was trying to get out of a conversation with a cleric who was preaching at me like pretty hard. So when there was a noise out in the courtyard, I took that as a cue and I ran out there just in time to see those dragon cultists stabbing people and trying to beat the image of Bahamut with sledgehammers. So when they got violent, I just wanted to defend everybody. That's what I did. I defended everybody.
Were you responsible for any of the deaths that we had seen today?
It's honestly hard to say. They kind of went down easier than we expected. The one who was responsible for all the violence did get away, though. So you might want to put an APB on, that particular cultist. But I may have been
We had heard about this
responsible-
man. Do you have any information about him or who this might be?
I've never seen any of these people before today. Like I said, I was just trying to defend the innocent and make sure there was no trouble, and then it became trouble. We were attacked and we defended ourselves. The deaths are unfortunate, but they were necessary. These zealots weren't going to stop until they were put down. We did manage to keep as many as we could alive, but unfortunately, some of them were too driven by their devotion.
Well, I thank you for your candor. You're certainly an honest man. If this interaction has been anything for me to judge you by, I'm going to have to ask you to continue being patient with us while we could sort out this matter. And they, if you don't have anything else, they they ask you about the like kind of some of the story that essentially Rish told them. You can either confirm or deny it.
Yeah, I'll confirm it. I mean,
Yeah, and so they again he then thanks you after that, and asks you to please be patient and wait in the cell while they get everything cleared up. And so then when they come back in, after they've now interviewed all of the alkalites and clerics, the townspeople, and they are now going to outsiders, people who are not
Mic
in
off.
from Neverwinter. And they pull out all the cultists one by one,
Mic
bring them
on.
back in. You do notice that
Mic off.
a couple of them seem like they've been roughed up a little bit. Their masks have been taken at this point. And one of them definitely got a beating. He comes back and his face is bruised, black eye. Like he did something, said something that, something happened to him too. And then last but not least, they come to Taliesin and Chance. And let's see, Chance first. Well, yeah, Chance first. Chance, they grab you. They ask you to come with them, take you into the interrogation room. You notice this oak table with this dagger sticking out of it, and they go to question you, ask you for what is your story? What is your version of these events? I can't get away from Russian Erlem Stockspool. I got these. No, this is French. I am very French. I am very.
Parlez-vous le français?
Your French accent's actually
Parlez-vous
pretty
français?
good. You just gotta
My
stick it.
French accent is not very good, but I am going to keep trying.
Parlez-vous le français?
Oh my
Speak
God,
French.
she can actually speak French. This makes me sad. I know no languages other than sarcasm.
No, parlez-vous le français only means like I
Do
speak
you speak?
French.
Oh,
It's-
I speak
it's
French.
the only word the sentence I know in French is parlez-vous
Alright.
le français.
All right. Well,
Speak French.
yeah,
I
do
speak
you?
French.
I speak French. Parlez-vous
Or
français?
do you speak French?
Parlez-vous français? Well, what young lady, young, sir, madam, I apologize. I have difficulty telling your cat friend type people.
Am I still handcuffed?
Yeah. They actually would have probably uncuffed you guys all as you came into the interrogation room, but after the incidents, they are on edge, and so.
Am I handcuffed in the back or the front?
You were initially handcuffed in the back, but not in a way that someone as agile as Chance could, pull it out from under his legs. So you can be up to you.
No, I'll keep it in the back. I was Mopey Cat.
Okay.
So I'm still a Mopey Cat. My ears are down, my tail's lagging on the ground. And be like, dude, I literally met these guys like a day ago. Some shit went down at the temple. I tried to stay out of it, but they started killing people. And then they started killing my new friends. So I mean, is it better if I just sit around and did nothing? Like they're killing people in front of me.
Well, that will be up to the Lord Protector to decide. Parlez-vous français? And if he decides, he will pass judgment. All we need to know from you now is what happened, and if you would confirm these events. And he basically goes through and asks you to confirm or to deny the story that Rish gave them.
Like, yeah, that's what happened. Like, for like most of the thing, I was like stuck to this one spot till like this hand hit me. But
Yes,
as soon as I can move, like, first thing I did was like try to go make sure everybody was okay. Like, but I wasn't trying to fight. It was really annoying.
Yes, the townspeople told us that you had gone to comfort and help them afterwards. We appreciate ridiculous French accent, which we appreciate very much. I have to ask you. I do have to ask you if you're responsible for any of the deaths we saw on the streets today.
I don't think so. I don't really remember. There was like an incident where something hit me. I think I forgot part of it. But I don't think I did. I don't know.
So DM question is, does
I really don't remember.
I mean you as a player don't, right?
yeah.
Well, I
Was
remember
it just Chance remember the events that happened to him?
Chance was restrained the entire time as well because it wasn't until the last round of combat that we were able to get Chance
Slap each other with
unrestrained.
hands.
Yeah.
I think as a
With
player,
one hand, with one person's hand.
maybe
Multiple people. were
maybe I like injured somebody, but I don't think I killed anybody
Oh,
as
you
a player.
injured? Like as a
Yeah,
player,
okay.
I remember you injuring me
Yeah,
with the
so-
crit damage to the face with my own damn hand.
Yeah, so the knife does not glow. It is accurate, and you did not finish anyone off. You did attack, but you didn't kill anybody. So, thank you for your story and explanation. We appreciate you caring about the citizens of Neverwinter, and I will have to ask you to wait patiently while we continue sorting out these details and events. And they,
Can-
oh
like-
yeah,
Can I get these cuffs off? Like, they mess with my fur. I'm getting really itchy. I don't want to just lay on the floor. Please.
I am sorry. Until this is all settled, it's our policy to keep everyone restrained.
Can
Here,
I
here,
get
actually-
one of
You know, while I give you just a moment here and a moment of respite, and they'll uncuff you to just kind of hang out, like let you sit there uncuffed for a minute. They can't let you uncuffed outside the interrogation room, but they let you
Full cat
stretch.
stretch.
Yeah.
Full cat stretch. I fall on the ground. I roll over on my side. Full cat stretch.
They bring you a glass of water. Yeah, like here. Like, yeah, we heard. So they give you a couple minutes to relax. And, all right, I'm sorry, but we must continue on our investigation. So we must restrain you yet
Understand.
again.
You guys took a chance.
He laughs. you are a fine, upstanding cat person. Tabaxi, I heard. You told me. Thank you. And it's a pleasure to meet you. I do apologize, but we will need you to wait. Thank you. Then they cuff you and take you over back to the room. And as they come through, Taliesin, last but not least, they ask you to come with them and bring you to the interrogation room. They're a little more relaxed now after a pleasant conversation with somebody who they at this point have identified as it. So you see this knife sitting on the table and he sits down and goes, "You're a traveler. You're not from Neverwinter."
That is true. I am not, but I have been here before.
Well, it's a fine city. We'd like if you could please tell us your version of the events that happened. And he just wants to know what you are.
I would be actually grateful to tell my story. I ventured to this city, back to the city, because of the wishes of my friend Godwald, who I believe you already spoke with.
Oh yes, we have spoken with him.
Yes, so he wanted to come back and speak with members of his order. We did so, and I stayed outside. I was just kind of waiting for them to finish up. When I noticed some people dressed in these purple robes, they had masks on. They were showing up. They were saying some weird things to people, and they were getting a little bit aggressive. Shortly after I went inside, I was asked to come inside by some of my friends because they wanted to speak with me. Shortly afterwards, we heard a large commotion going on outside, and we we ran out to assess the situation, and out there, we noticed that there were a lot of these people, and they were actually coming at your citizens with weapons. I tried to speak to what seemed like the leader of them, and he ignored me and started casting spells at us. So I did what I could to assist. If you need a character witness, if you don't, I understand that you guys don't know me. If you need somebody who does, Aldar Robbins of the Room and Hearth Inn does know me quite well, and he can vouch for the type of person that I am, and he's also met my compatriots.
We forgot to bring up Sildar.
Yes. Yes, this is thank you. I'll notate this name, and do you know where we may find this Aldar Robbins here in the?
He's usually in the Room and Hearth Inn within the city. Yes.
He notates it down, and thank you. Yeah, I appreciate your interest in letting the truth be known.
I'm not from here, and I get it, but to be honest, I can't. I saw your citizens being attacked, and I just wanted to help innocents.
I understand. Would you say that you answered a couple of more questions? It's the last few for me. If you could tell me, did you use or cast magic spells of any kind during this engagement?
To be honest, I did. Only to protect the citizens of Neverwinter.
The knife does not glow. Thank you. And were you responsible for any of the deaths that we saw on our streets today?
To be honest, I was, but only against the people who were attacking your citizens.
The knife does not glow. All right, appreciate your candor, and I understand the situation you're in. This might be a tough thing to confess.
Yes, I fully understand that this was something that I agreed to not do coming into this city, but I felt that it was of the utmost importance to protect the citizens of Neverwinter against these people who clearly did not have the best intentions in mind.
Yes, well, after our questioning, we've found out some information about these men, and it does seem that they do not have the interests of Neverwinter in their hearts. But I've said too much. I would have to ask you if you wouldn't mind. We're going to bring you back to the holding cell, and after this, we will be sharing our information with the lords, and you're in for a special treat today. The Lord Neverember himself is sitting in the judge's seat. So,
can I get a chance to talk to this Frenchman again?
well, so he tells Taliesin that
I'm by myself.
Lord
Yeah.
Lord Neverember himself is here to give us to bring his justice to the temple, to the Hall of Justice. And it should be it is quite an honor to be seated in front of the Lord Protector. But I'll have to ask you to please go and wait. And then the guards take you and escort you to the room.
Mm-hmm.
Jerk, this is the moment where if you wanted to say anything to a guard.
Yeah, I'd like to ask the guard. There's a couple things I forgot to mention with I don't know his name. The captain.
The captain.
Yeah,
Captain.
with the captain when I spoke to him.
Inspector Klaus.
Is there any way I could meet with him, just briefly? Like, if he
Wait
could come
here.
Okay, thank you.
They, close, lock up, and all right, come back in. All right, Red Man, come with us.
God damn it, so racist. Okay.
It's really the easiest way to identify you in this room. and so,
Absolutely.
the guards don't know your name,
All right.
but Inspector Klaus does. Ah, jerk! You have more to tell me.
Yeah, it kind of slipped my mind earlier because of the whole being arrested thing. But before we came here, we were. Are you familiar with? I noticed what you're wearing. Do you know Sildar?
Sildar. I know.
The Lord's
I know a
Alliance?
man named Sildar
Yeah, we've
in the Lord's Alliance.
we've worked with him in the past in
Winter.
Phandalin.
His name is Hallwinter.
Sildar
Hall-
Hallwinter?
Ah, yes, I am familiar with Sildar Hallwinter. He is a great knight with many battles under his belt, and great honor to his name.
We've been fortunate enough to battle alongside him in the past.
Caca, we saved his life, Caca.
I'm not going to say that.
We did.
Yeah.
How did you know this man?
There was some trouble in Phandalin, and we helped straighten it out, and then we moved on, and we came back, and we straightened out some more trouble in Phandalin. So we've crossed paths with him several times. We helped deal with the Black Spider. We started uncovering some plots that were happening, one of which is this dragon cultist cult. He asked us at some point if we could kind of snoop around and find out more for him and for the Lord's Alliance. So if there is any information that you can dig up, we were also tasked with, cooperating and helping the Lord's Alliance figure out what's happening with the dragons that are being seen in Thunder Tree and with the dragon cultists that seem to be gathering around Thunder Tree and have unfortunately made it to your city as well. I just wanted to bring this up to you and see if I know I'm not in a position of any sort of bargaining or anything, but we want to help. We came this direction to help, and
Adventuring companions with the famous Sildar Hallwinter, traveling on the Sword Coast and Phandalin. Are you by chance members of the group known as Sparkle Motion?
Absolutely, we are. Oh, we also we have an invitation to is it the palace, or some royalty wanted to meet with us here in town. It was just very, very unfortunate timing. We haven't made it that way before, people tried to kill us.
Of all of the individuals that we have in the holding cell with us, which of them are members of the Sparkle Motion?
Well, Sparkle Gem, who unfortunately she has gone through some trauma lately. I heard there was a bit of a ruckus when you tried to talk to her. She's adjusting to some new physical and mental changes. She'll be back
The
to
knife
her
does
old
not
self.
glow.
She'll be back to her old self in no time.
The knife glows.
Actually, Chance.
You're muted.
Chance is a new traveling member, but
She's never going to go back to being a gnome. That's not a thing that's
I
ever
didn't
gonna
ever
happen.
say she was going to be a gnome. I just said she'll be back to normal. Chance is a new traveling
Jerk
member.
doesn't actually believe that, so
No, not
the
at all.
knife glows.
Yeah, Chance is a new member. He's old friends with Taliesin, who is a founding member of the adventurers group Sparkle Gem, as is Godwald. And we've traveled together for several years now. Am I forgetting anybody? No, that's everybody.
This is good information to have, and the exploits of your group have been told. I will certainly verify more of this information with Sildar if we have a opportunity, but I can tell that you're speaking the truth to us. So it's might I offer my ridiculous French accent? Might I offer you, friend, a little piece of advice for the future?
Yes, please.
If your name is so well known in the land, and your great deeds and the things you've done for all of the peoples of the Sword Coast, perhaps in the future lead with that.
I'm modest. What can I say? I don't like attention.
It would help us to know who we're dealing with. So thank you for this.
And again, apologies for any kind of disturbances we've caused so far.
Yes. Yes, of course. I mean, I appreciate your efforts greatly. I have a cousin who lives in Phandalin.
Oh,
and,
really?
I understood that Sparkle Motion is responsible for saving one of her friends from a group of slave traders.
I think we've saved that town 3 times now.
Well, you've done things that I have heard of here, so it's actually a bit of an honor to meet you.
Oh, well,
Are you comfortable? I cannot unshackle you outside of this office, but if you would like a moment of respite, I could perhaps get you something.
I'm okay. I'd rather actually go back to the holding cell and make sure Sparkle Gem's all right, because she seemed a bit of a mess. So we've known each other longer than most of the other members of the group, and I think if anybody can set her at ease, it's going to be me.
Yes, this was not a very good idea, what she did. Unfortunately, however much I feel towards you as a person or a group of adventurers, the Lord Neverember will definitely dole justice out for crimes committed. So I cannot say that everything will be taken care of for this, but knowing this, he may find more leniency for you.
And if you do need any kind of character witnesses, we have done things in Phandalin. If you want to contact anybody in Tribor, we spent some time there as well. We saved them from giants. And I think those are the 2 main cities we've been in. All right, I'm going to go back to the cell now. If you want to call the guards to escort me. I want to make sure she doesn't cause
We'll
any
take you
trouble.
back. And he, knocks the door. Guards unlock it, open it up, and bring you back over to the holding cell. Same deal. Guard door, open, unlock. You go inside, and you all find yourselves together again, except for Godwald, who is out quietly in the waiting room.
So I'm gonna tell everybody when I first get there, I'm like, hey guys, okay, so for the future, the captain here, he told me that if we're ever in a jam, we should announce that we are Sparkled Motion, and it might.
Are you saying that he's allowing us to enact justice on their behalf if we announce who we are?
No, he's just saying it's our deeds of they know about us already even in Neverwinter. So it's we have a little bit of clout, and he said it's nice to know who they're dealing with. So it might just be a good idea to brag a little bit about what we've done and who we've saved, and I don't really like it, but it's how it is. Politics.
Actually appreciated us, they'd at least let us out of these fucking cages.
Just calm down, please.
All right. Some time passes by in the cells, but they, they kind of essentially approach you, Godwald, and a couple of the townspeople who also had been volunteered to their statements and things about the stories, and it's like a good 4 hours or so before anyone comes
Does
back.
that count as a short rest?
Yes.
No, don't
It does
do
count
it.
as a short rest.
Don't do it
Sweet.
again.
Sweet. No, I only get that once per long rest. That just gives me all my spells back.
Because you
All right,
need
yeah.
spells right now.
So I mean, yeah, but it does count as a short rest because you guys didn't get one in after the battle. So, but you could short rest. So fighters, warlocks, paladins,
Mm.
rejoice.
Yep.
And then that was weird.
Big
Yeah, but
mistake
so some
giving
time
them full
passes.
death.
Some time passes by. It had been in the middle of the day, and things were sorted out. They do come back in occasionally and pick people out to bring them back in for questioning. But it's never you guys. It's usually one of the 4 cultists. But after time, probably nearing sunset, though it's hard for you to tell inside the windowless room. They do come out and knock out and say, and it's a lot of guards standing outside the door, and they say, "Oh, we're going to escort you to the, courtroom. We're going to escort you to the justice hall." And they basically lock they lock the chains of people into groups. So the 4 dragon cultists get chained together. The link through their cuffs. The 4 of you get chained together with the 1 cleric who was sassy and didn't. And then the cleric and the townsperson get chained up together to go out. As you guys enter through, the hall. We need hall music. We can't hear these sounds of the city all the way over here.
Sounds of the city.
Out of character, Neverember has a big problem with demi-humans, so we might not fare super well here.
I'm not a demi-human.
No, that's not right.
That's you're you're like half owl at this point.
Me?
When fully
You're
dressed.
half owl.
fully
I
dressed.
am a
Sure.
demi-human.
I'm half elf though, so
Yeah.
I'm considered one of the and I'm also a wood elf who is considered native in Faerun. So
Yeah.
I would be considered like a normal person.
Yeah, see, I'm not.
Hmm.
I am a demigod, technically speaking. So, we fucked.
Not demigod.
Not a demigod.
That's a
I know,
There's
that's true.
gods,
Yeah.
demigods, and then
I
you guys
mean-
down here somewhere. Way down here somewhere.
Demi-human.
Demi,
I'm-
semi-god.
Demi-humans.
yeah, I'm a
sorry.
demi-human too,
Yeah.
because I'm half demon.
The Tabaxi would count as well.
We're so fucked.
Please don't.
Yeah. But basically, as they bring you into the courtroom, before you get entered in, you're kind of passed through the clerk's area again, and you're basically told, they offer to are you familiar with the law of the land? Would you like to have the law read to you, so that you understand what what crimes are and what their punishments are?
I mean, I just want to know what we're being accused of directly.
Well,
We're all asked this.
Jared
Yes,
really
yes,
wants to read
collectively.
them, so
I would like them to be
Yeah.
told to me.
Okay, so I'm not going to read them because there are far too many laws, but I will post them in the Discord. So, welcome to giant block of text that probably loads as a thing that you have to go and look at.
I'll start working on that while you keep going with your scene.
Yeah, so the basics of the laws that they describe to you are that there are 4 categories of crimes. There are crimes against lords, officials, and nobles. There are crimes against the city itself. There are crimes against the gods, and there are crimes against citizens. And they basically will cover each of these with you and what their variety of possibilities are for not only the crimes themselves, but the laws that they might be.
Oh Jesus H Christ! All right.
did you just open up the documents? We were playing
This isn't actually that
Destiny
bad.
the other day, and he started reading them to me, and there were interruptions, but I think it went on for about an hour.
Yeah, there's a lot of laws. That's why I'm not reading them, because it would take forever to cover
That's
all of
fine.
these. But they do elaborate on you. If you weren't familiar exactly what it is, we're going to tell you before we bring you to the courtroom or the justice hall. So they do tell you all this information. They tell you the rules of the courtroom are, to remain silent unless spoken to by the judge, in this case, Lord Protector Neverember.
Okay.
So the kind of, be quiet until spoken to. What's going to happen is you're going to come in. He's going to declare the judgment that he's given from the information that everyone has gathered, and then and then you'll have a chance to speak after he's given the crime. He's given you what he's telling you it is, and that's where you get a chance to kind of defend yourself. And then they'll proceed with whatever essentially the king says. So you guys find yourselves wandering into the courtroom, and first up is the group of the four dragon cultists. No, actually, so you enter in the room. You guys are ushered into an area off to one side, which is specifically for the accused, and on the opposite side of the hall is a place for the public to be. There's a bit of a little wall that kind of separates, like a short wall where you can't really see over it to the people on the other side, but people on both sides can see this sort of very much elevated desk that is currently empty as you're ushered in. After everybody's been checked for all their stuff, again, patted down, they're in. Several other guards arrive in and line up in front of the stand. I forget the word for this is. This podium. And then a little trumpet is announced, and Lord Protector Dagalt Neverember, Protector of the Kingdom, Protector of Neverwinter, and they kind of read through his list of accomplishments.
I'm gonna try to keep my head down, and not hidden, but just nonchalantly not looking at him.
Roll me a hide check.
Oh, a hide?
Are you trying to hide? Are you trying to hide your face, your appearance?
Can I slap him on the back and be like, "Don't hide your face. We've done nothing wrong."
I am wanted.
You guys are kind of chained together. It would be tough.
Okay.
If you go to move your hands, Sparkle Gem's hands move with you. Just move over.
What would hide
Alright.
be?
Can I just say that to him?
Stealth check.
Stealth? Oh,
Yeah.
thank God. All right.
Remember, if you do have any equipment on your sheet, to
Shit.
have unequipped it so that it doesn't add those stats.
Chances
I'm not trying to
are
fucking
pretty
fight
flat.
anybody, but all right.
His tail's kind of half perked. Angry cat swishing in the back.
Swishing is there.
But he's
Let's
not
see
doing
what I've got
anything. He's
equipped here.
hunched shoulders, just very upset. Angry cat. Grumpy
Angry
cat.
cat. Yeah. So
Grumpy cat. Not angry.
So-
grumpy.
in from outside enters
Actually, I'm not gonna try
the
to
Lord
hide.
the
I'm
Lord
not gonna do
Protector,
it.
and let's see. Here is his. This is how. Oh, that's on the wrong layer. Dagalt Neverember looks. He is dressed in his royal armor. The full emblazoned, as he walks and he ascends several stairs in order to get to the height of this podium, sits down in front of it, holds his hand up, open. A servant runs up, puts a chalice in his hand, and pours liquid into his glass. He sets it down, and he says, "All right, let's bring this session of justice to order. I have several decrees before me enabled here to my words. God, I'm so brain dead. I'm sorry. I've been so depressed for so long that my head doesn't work.
You're fine, man. Go.
I have several decrees here to dole out the justice in the land, and I had a whole thing and I can't remember it. He goes, first we have several members of the Order of the Purple Dragon. It's an odd dragon name. There's no purple dragons I've ever heard of. Christmas class. And you have been accused of and found guilty of the following crimes: disorderly conduct within a temple, assaulting a priest or lay worshipper, public blasphemy against a god or church, vandalism of the church, brandishing weapons without due cause, assaulting citizens of Neverwinter, and disturbing the peace. With these charges before you, how do you plead? And those four guys chained together, standing up in front of his podium, are just like, not guilty, and we're proud of it. And like just several conflicting statements coming from them. Like, hold on, you're not guilty of the crimes, but you're proud you did it. And so he kind of just like calmly, stone-faced, listens to them as they speak. He goes, the City Watch has verified the events of the event, and I believe all of these crimes are due to you. The total of these fines comes to 1,140 gold dragons per person, public flogging, and imprisonment up to a month if you cannot pay the fine. And they're all like, what? And they like start rattling about it. He calmly raises a hand and says, order. And the guards charge out as soon as they hear that from him, grab these guys, and like quick punches to the face to shut them up. Take them away, and they get dragged out of the courtroom, kicking and screaming. Another guard comes up, gestures towards you guys. Please stand, join me, to follow out into the courtroom. And you're now all chained together, standing in front, except for Godwald, who is standing just politely next to them. And he goes, so, I understand you're the heroes known as Sparkle Motion.
We have been called that.
Oh, I would say on my part, it's interesting to meet you here today. I have heard your name mentioned, and this is not the circumstance I would have preferred to have met people who seem to love the land and the Sword Coast. But
nor would it be mine, my good sir.
But the Knights of the City Watch have found you and you are accused of the following crimes: murdering a citizen with justification, and using magic within the city limits. From what I understand, one of these of the Purple Dragon Order was a citizen of our fine city of Neverwinter. So, knowing that you are collectively responsible, we do not have evidence as to exactly whom killed this man. And so I pass this judgment to the five of you. As far as using magic within the city limits, Godwald, in your efforts to protect your temple, the priests, clerics, and acolytes within as well as the citizens of Neverwinter, your fine is 15 gold for using magic within the city limits. Taliesin, for your efforts to protect the citizens of Neverwinter, your fine is 75 gold for using magic within the city limits.
Oof. All right.
Sparkle Gem, for your use of magic in the city and your use of magic within the Hall of Justice as well, I impose the maximum fine of using magic within the city of 100 gold per incident. Considering the situation of all of these, I will offer you the option, all three. You can either pay the fine, endure flogging in public, or be imprisoned for a time.
May I ask, though I did use magic, which I do agree that I agreed to not do, it was at the behest of your own citizens. And though one of the Purple Dragon members was a citizen, clearly his intentions were to harm others, and he was not here in the interest of furthering fellowship among your people, but to tear it down. And I also gave quite a few warnings before I ever acted. So I did not intend to use magic, though I was unfortunately forced to in order to protect your people. If you don't, I understand that you do not know me, though people in this city do. Please, if you could call Aldar Robbins. He's a prominent business owner in the city, and he does know me, and I believe he will vouch for me.
From the information that I have here, I have seen that you requested a character witness from this man. And I would ask, has Mr. Aldar Robbins been found, or I would ask the court, has Mr. Aldar Robbins been found or approached the temple? And Inspector Klaus speaks up. Why, actually, yes, sir. Mr. Robbins has arrived at the Hall of Justice and is here to give a statement about Taliesin and members of the Harpers. And Aldar comes in. I gotta go. Long southern drawl. Why, yes. Why, yes, Your Honor. I am here, and I would like to make a declaration, if I may. You may speak, Mr. Robbins. Thank you. Thank you, Lord.
Yourself.
Thank you, Lord. Never Ember. Yeah, it's a little weird and tough. I would like to say that as a fellow member of the Harpers, a organization which leads to protect the land of Neverwinter, that I have heard of many of the deeds of Taliesin, and I have also, through close associations, very trusted associations, know that he is a man of honesty and integrity, and I'll beg of you to please alleviate as much of his fine that may be, and if perhaps he may not pay it, would you allow me to help front some of his fine? Neverember ponders this for a moment. He gets to hear a little bit from Robbins about like what you guys have done, more specifically Sparkle Motion in general. I suppose for these feats and for his efforts that I could be convinced to reduce his fine to 50 gold. He is certainly guilty of these events, And we have not yet come to the discussion of murdering one of our citizens. But I find his character statement and the evidence from our witnesses enough to provide some leeway here. So Taliesin, your fine's 50 gold instead of 75.
I'll help. Okay.
I don't have it.
I will help.
Okay.
We will.
I
settle
spent
it.
all my money on you guys and
I
rebuilding
know.
a tavern.
You've said as much.
Get me, I ain't got shit for money.
You can deal with your own problems.
Wow.
Okay. Well, with that matter behind us, we will speak of the matter of murdering a citizen with justification. Sparkle Motion, as I've stated before, it is unclear as to who is directly responsible. But due to the efforts that you've given to the Sword Coast, your association with a priest of Bahamut, an order of which I am quite devout, rather than exile you for 5 years, or put you in the labor camps for 3 years, I have decreed that you owe 1,000 gold to the family of the victim. Whether their actions were unjust does not change what has been done today. This is my decree.
That's fair.
That's good timing on the music, too.
That was very good timing on the music.
Yeah. That makes me really happy. Yeah. So he's like, this is your opportunity. Tells you this is your opportunity to speak up if you want to say something else. All of
Sir,
it.
does anybody else want to say anything?
Do I have to be
Jerk's staying silent.
restrained?
He's been sentenced by
say-
this guy before.
My only curiosity is, can I at least be unrestrained during the flogging? Like, I'll gladly take it as long as you take these freaking chains off.
I
I don't
wasn't an
think
option
the
on the
point
list.
right now. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no
I-
flogging for
I-
you.
I will stand
No,
up
so
and say,
using magic within the city limits, he's given you all the option to either pay your fines, endure a public flogging, or be imprisoned for a time.
What
Sir-
are the details of the
Yeah, so I'm just going to take the flogging because, like,
Ouch.
fuck all this. Just get these restraints off me. That's all I care about.
And
I-
you would speak up first.
I will stand forward and say, sir, I understand and I agree that in this land, your rule is justice. What I would ask of you,
And there's the button.
because our intentions was only to protect the people of your land, I ask some leniency. May we? I'm sure that you have problems within your land, things that you need taken care of, and things that you need investigated, warriors that you need. Could you possibly allow us to work off this debt by giving us adventures that we could go on and report back to you?
So you're suggesting you do not have the amount of gold to pay this fine?
Personally, I do not. I tend to give my gold out to others. Personally, I cannot say the same for everybody else here, but I am more than willing.
Just
To
chuck
help
us
you.
right under the bus. Just right under the front tire.
Right?
Kaboom,
He just,
kaboom.
like,
What was
threatened
that? That
me.
was my party.
Okay, is it not true? Is it not true?
Gem
I
spent,
buy
like,
stuff for you
3
guys a lot too.
Yeah, Sparkle Gem bought the entire ass cart you guys are using, paid for half of one of the animals.
What's 1,000 gold between
That's
5 of
for-
you? That's like
Jerk and Taliesin
I
are
have-
probably the
50
people
bucks.
that pay their money.
I don't
I
have
have-
nearly enough.
I have 35.
What do you have collectively? What's the pool of gold between the party?
I have
I can't do
35.
that math. We're in like
I
several
got
campaigns.
some soul walk. Like I got some drugs that sell for as much as we need. Can I just give them
I have a
drugs?
shit ton of drugs, but I'm not trying to be a drug dealer.
Hold on. Let me see what I've got.
You guys can talk about it. Talk about it amongst yourselves. So you can kind of. He lets you. You know, have a moment. And he sits back. He enjoys a glass of
Drugs are
his
illegal
wine.
here.
I
Can I
actually
try-
have.
No, they're not.
I
Can I try
have.
something?
You read the laws. Drugs
Can I
are not
try
in the laws.
Can I try something?
Oh, hold on.
Wait.
I'm gonna go grab a drink while you guys
Right.
debate about what you want
I
to
wanna
say
try
to him
something.
collectively
Hold
as a
on.
party.
I
'Cause
have.
want you all. I want you all to talk about it before I hear it.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
I have
want
some
to check something.
things that I can sell. I've got 51 gold that I still haven't given to Sparkle Gem.
Oh, so Sparkle
I
Gem
wasn't
has
trying
You're
like.
gonna pay your way out of this. I think it's gonna have to be some other way. You're not gonna pay your way out of it.
Oh no, I.
No,
totally-
we can pay our way out of this. This is what he's exactly what he's offering.
I
I'm
have
not.
850.
I'm not giving
I have
anyone
no
else
money.
resources.
No, fuck
I have
that.
no
Let
idea.
me take a
Guys,
$1,000
can I just tell you-
login and save the money?
I have 850 in assets.
So Chris, you have
51
items.
gold from that I was gonna give to Sparkle Gem. I have a dwarven ale mug made of electrum we could sell. I have a bag of gemstones worth 250 gold. Brightly colored fishing tackle. I don't know why the fuck I have that.
Random
Um,
loot.
But do you think it's gonna add up to the total that
And I have a
they
300
need?
300
I have
gold
2
piece
poison
amethyst chunk.
vials.
Will you let me finish talking? 300 gold piece amethyst chunk that's uncut. If we got that cut, it would be worth more.
I
Okay,
think
that's
that
fine.
I
Pay
think that between me
Taliesin's
and Jerk,
wage.
we can make the assets within like by the end of the day, and then maybe play some D&D.
We've been playing D&D this whole
Yeah,
time.
we've been playing D&D this entire
Yeah,
time.
it's negotiation of D&D this entire time.
Politics is part of D&D.
Roleplay
Yeah.
is D&D.
I've,
Alright, well,
I've
but
had
anyways-
enough roleplay for weeks.
Well,
I think we can get this
the
done.
majority of what D&D is. So.
Okay. Anywho, Spark, don't worry about paying 1,000 fucking gold. It's just easier for Sparks to fucking take the flogging and not worry about the restraints. That's all she's
Out of
concerned
Okay,
about.
well,
character, I
the
say
1,000 gold is
Sparkle
because we
flogging.
murdered a guy. Like, that's
Well-
on
Okay.
all of us.
Well, she could take the
Sparkle
flogging
Gem will
to
own
negate
up.
gold, right?
But what?
And
Well,
say, I
he-
will take the flogging on behalf
The
of
flogging,
the
the flogging
The
isn't on.
flogging-
It's not on the table for the murder.
What
the
do we
flogging
know?
is not on the
Okay.
table for the murder. We
What do
have
we
to pay
know?
1,000 gold to the guy's family.
Okay,
What
I
do
got
we-
1,000 gold.
What do we
worth of
know
drugs. I'll sell
about the
those. It's fine.
situation? What do we
Well-
know about the whole situation? So what we know about the whole situation is we've done something bad and we have to make up for it. Another thing that we know is that there is a dragon just outside of town that they are not dealing with. We also know that there is a necromancer with those dragon cultists outside of town. So my
Alright, well, I'm
proposal
gonna-
is we take care of the dragon and the necromancer
For
as
free?
payment for our crimes.
But that's not going to work because we don't owe the city. We owe it to its family. So
Yeah. No, listen, I
Mm.
have 2 vials of drugs. I am willing to fucking
Technically,
sell
the
that-
city's enforcing it.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go for a cigarette, so.
No, you can't go for a cigarette.
How much
no.
is your vials of drugs worth?
$100.
I have a fuck ton
you
of
cut
drugs,
out. What?
too.
How many
I have-
gold or silver?
1,200 gold.
We can
Each
also
vial
just
or one
add-
vial?
we can also
I will tell you that when you guys were being like read the law, one thing that we mentioned is you can, if you need to sell items in order to pay a fine, you can do that. Or they'll also take items at like probably like 50% of their value. If you want to just straight up try and give them an item instead, they'll have somebody appraise it and give you half value.
Can I ask them something? quarter?
Would this
Can
be
I
the
ask
kind of
the quarter?
question you might have asked earlier when they were explaining laws and
Yes.
stuff? Because I could just tell you,
No,
you probably
not
know
the-
that.
Not laws. I just want to ask them if they would agree to a proposition.
Alright, so before that, CJ, how much is one single vial of your drugs worth? and
Well,
gold.
we can try to pay them off with drugs after we see if we can keep all of the drugs and just pay them off with
it's
labor.
still it's still selling an item, so it still counts as economy. Drugs aren't. It's just a trade good.
Yeah.
So what's
Sure.
single
Posted how
vial-
much they're worth inside of the chat. For the both of them, they are worth 1,250 gold pieces.
each
No,
together?
maybe each, maybe total. I'm assuming total.
All right, so you could just trade that to
Yeah, exactly. That's why I
negate your debt.
said, yep. Like I said, the $1,000 is not a problem, and Sparkle Drum's going to take the flogging for like her own personal crimes and be done with it.
Would the court, out of character, do you think the court would accept the drugs as a trade for her fine?
I'm not worried about the fine. I will keep the extra.
Well, the fine
250.
is
They would have
the,
told-
the problem.
They would have told you when if you would have locked him in, like, what's an edict? And they'd be like, an edict is, whatever the judge decrees that you have to follow. Okay, well, can I, if I sell my war mage's wand for gold, or can I give that to them for the money? They'd be like, yeah, they'll take items for, half their value, in exchange instead of gold.
So it'd be $600 worth of gold.
$625 worth of gold. So
Yeah.
But that we're not sitting here debating what I'm paying the court. We're sitting here figuring out how we could pay the family.
No, I
understand.
thought it was two separate things. Was it the same thing, or is it two separate things?
The court has mandated that we need to pay this much to appease the family.
Right.
May I make a proposition?
Yeah, that money goes to the family.
Yeah,
So-
so it shouldn't matter how we raise the money independently as long as we get it.
That's a
so-
good conclusion.
Yeah. May I make a proposition to the court? So the court, you know of our deeds as Sparkle Motion, correct?
I have heard your name, and I have some information here on what has been given me. What are you getting at?
The resident that died in this situation, unfortunately, was part of the Purple Dragon Alliance or Purple Dragon cultists.
I understand they identify themselves as the Order of the Purple Dragon,
Yes.
which
The-
again is a strange thing considering that there's no such thing as a purple dragon.
It is my belief that these people mean to attack and take over, as they attacked and attempted to assault the symbol of Bahamut.
Well, yes, actually, you may not know this or be aware, but through the interrogation of these strange dragon worshippers, we found that we found their leader's name, as well as capturing them for causing unrest in the city. You may have known, but they have been gathering groups together to do their preaching, and they have become violent. We've actually been searching for the Dragonborn known as Furlam Mondath.
I did not know that you were searching for this specific Dragonborn, though I did hear that you were searching for one as we entered the city, though I do have business with these dragon people in that I have heard there is a dragon not too far from here in the ruins of
Thunder Tree.
Thunder Tree. And I also have I personally have means to go there. There is
Young man, you have a short period of time to explain to me how this relates to your murder of one of the citizens.
All right. In payment of what we have done in the murder of one of these citizens, I say to you, send us on this quest. We will deal with this problem of this dragon. And not only a dragon, also a necromancer that we have dealt with before. We will deal with this problem for you as payment to keep your city safe in good faith instead of paying this money.
You're suggesting that I and our armies cannot keep the city safe.
I'm not saying that. Either you send us, you've heard of our
He's
deeds.
a jerk.
You've heard of our deeds, and you know that they are great in a certain sense. We've dealt with a lot. And you know that we are strong. We kept your people safe at this day. So send us on our way. Either what you're doing is either sending us to our death, or dealing with the problem that you already have. It's a win-win for you. Either your problem is solved, or we as criminals die.
Your Majesty, please forgive me for speaking out of turn. I would like to make a statement that is perhaps tangentially related to this man and what he is speaking.
Proceed.
After hearing his story, I went to one of the mages that we employ and asked them to use their magics so that I might communicate with Sildar Hallwinter. As you, of course, Lord, know, Sildar was a commander, a griffin rider in your army, a very honorable man. I spoke with Sildar through the means of the mage's magic, and he has spoken at great length about the deeds that the group of Sparkle Motion has done. And I would offer something as perhaps... Is there any way that we could consider the group Sparkle Motion as members of the Lord's Alliance?
Neverember sits and strokes his beard and thinks about it for a moment. Interesting. You know Sildar. I saw this mentioned in these notes, but I did not understand you had spoken with him at length. I offer this as my final decree. You must pay the fine. I do not want to exile such people from the city. I believe you can do more good if you are not locked in a labor camp. But you must pay with whatever gold you currently have. The fee must be, in completion, paid within a week. You have a 10-day in order to manage this fine. The mages will mark you so that we can find you wherever you are. And in return for your efforts and completing this, and for what you've done, I'll grant you all membership into the Lord's Alliance.
Okay.
Gavel.
Hold
Out.
up.
Alright, so gavel
Hold
out.
up with all this though. Like,
Wait, no,
No,
I have
wait,
a
you wanna
question
say?
that nobody's been involved in this whole court.
I would say
Here's Chance
Sparkle
in all of
just
this.
straight up said
You
that
were
she
there,
will
you
pay
just
her
didn't say
login for her.
You've been
portion of
identified
crime.
as a member of Sparkle Motion to them and all these people, and being in this group, so he's putting you in with them.
But
So I said straight up, Sparkle Gem will take the flogging for her portion of the crime.
no.
You can take a
No.
flogging for your use of magic. You can't take a flogging for...
I didn't use any magic.
I'm not
murder.
talking about. Yeah, I'm not talking about the murder and the donation to the
Yeah,
family.
and you don't have that fine. You didn't use magic. You're not being fined with that chance.
So what's the find of Chance?
We collectively owe 1,000 Taliesin and
for the
Sparkle
death
Gem.
of one of the citizens. You guys are
Taliesin-
kind of lucky
Yeah.
that it's not
Yeah.
7. Like
Taliesin
'cause
and
there's
Sparkle Gem are the
7
only
people.
ones that owe money for casting magic.
If you
Yeah.
if you think about it, you're kind of being like not charged with the death of 6 other people, 6
I-
other murders in the streets,
Yeah, because they came back.
because they're not citizens of Neverwinter,
I tried
And-
really hard to not go
and
so
all of these
It's-
other things. So they're being really lenient on you, and that's
They
his
are.
decree is you have to pay it. The mages will mark you so that they can always find you. They're-
So I have to pay into
And
the
then do it.
1,000 gold.
I know. We can cover it, like, on hand right now. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have enough to pay it, then
Chance doesn't
You're
have to
getting
worry
off
about
pretty light.
anything.
I wouldn't push him any
like-
farther personally. But
Yeah,
that's you. You do
I
you.
would have
Like I said, for Sparkle,
I
Gem to
literally
commit
tried
crime, they're taking
so
the
hard to give us
flogging.
community service.
Okay,
in-
paying
in community
$1,000 to a
service
dead
was
family member
fighting
though
a
isn't that
dragon.
bad.
Yeah.
All right, mates. So you can cover
He's-
1,000 gold. You guys can.
He has entirely different thoughts on the piece about the dragon and other things, but he's very much focusing on your
Sure.
crime and the punishment for it.
Yes, I
It's
assure
why
you.
he it's why he
don't worry
ignored
about
what you
it.
said about it.
So
You did
as
that on
your
purpose.
group, you can cover the 1,000 gold without land.
I have 35
Yes.
gold.
I have currency equivalent to 122 gold, and then I've got a bunch of stuff in
Gems.
We
Gems.
also have what, like a week to come up with it?
He's giving you 7 days to be able to raise all the money. The mark will be removed after the 7 days and the fine is paid.
Chance is like slowly like leaning on the person next to them further and further through this whole proceeding. Like, I can't believe I'm involved. Who's next to me? Who's next to me on my right, Jared?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Chained up.
It goes. Godwald's connected to Godwald's free. Talison's connected to Sparkle Gem, and so it goes Sparkle Gem, Talison, Jerk, and Chance. Chance, you're on the end opposite Sparkle Gem.
So I'm probably leaning on a guard. So I'm just kind of like half leaning on a guard now. Like, this is the most involved I've been in anything for a while.
Just like, why am I with these people?
You get used to it.
All right, but yeah, so that's his decree. If no one makes any other statements before he makes the decree and picks up a stone, uses it like a gavel, tonk tonk. So that's it, and you basically get ushered out of the courtroom. The citizens and the other alkalite are next. The alkalite gets charged 15 gold for using magic, and the citizens, gets a disorderly conduct in the temple 5 gold fee, and the edict that he has to work in the temple until they're satisfied that he's paid it off. But otherwise, yeah, you guys are escorted then over back to kind of like clerk's desk area. They basically are like, all right, like you've heard the Lord's decree. We're gonna get you.
It's made it clear that
We're gonna get you marked, and unless you have the money now. And they're basically asking for you to, can you pay the bill right now?
I'll
Do you
give
guys
them.
have the money right now?
I'll give them the 35 gold that I have. Because I don't fucking care about money.
I will give them I'll give them 75 gold as well.
I mean, you could trade items in too.
I'm not gonna do that for
Right.
half
Oops.
value. We can go to dealers
Then-
and get a better deal.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so 35 for gold from Taliesin, 75 gold from Jerk.
If,
Am I still
if that's
handcuffed?
your clear intent, then I pay the 15 of my individual fine and
Oh.
take the mark.
You take the 15 gold for his fine, GP for magic from Godwald. And then how much did you put anything for the?
I
in for
If
them.
we're doing it later, then I'll just take the mark and we'll talk about it later, I guess.
Okay.
I have no money.
We know.
That's fine. I'll be all right.
All right. So
We'll make plenty
then-
more soon.
All right. So if that's all you guys are giving them, they're definitely putting the mark down on you. You know, they're kind of like handling your stuff as they're handing it back to you. Like, man, this fancy glass rod looks like it's, you know, magical as fuck. And they're just like kind of going through your stuff. They bring you to a chamber where a mage has a bowl. It's a pot. You know, it's kind of
Cauldron?
cauldron. Thank you. There's a cauldron, little cauldron that's set up at a chest. He's got several candles and markings running around it, and as he prepares it, he just like gestures towards you, just like dip your arm in. It has this very viscous blue liquid in it that is kind of popping and like kind of like bubbling from some of the heat, and then just like stick your hand in.
Chance is gonna go last.
Sparkle Jam, you're the first on the chain gang.
As for what? Getting the brand, or because, like I said,
The
it,
mark.
Yeah,
Yep,
get the mark.
Put your hand in there.
okay, put hand in there. I still want to know what about the public flogging to save myself the money.
Oh yeah, that's coming.
Okay.
So you stick your hand into the cauldron and you pull it out, and the blue liquid actually seems to then like kind of form what looks like kind of a glove around your hand, and then seep into your skin, changing your skin color to blue from however far you dipped your hand in.
Now we're
I'm
then
throwing,
next-
just giving like wrist down.
Yeah.
throwing Smurf hands at people now.
Oh yeah, no, we're totally about to be throwing blue Smurf hands at people because like
You chose the one with your okay, yeah. So you got the blue hand in, Taliesin, you're next. I mean, if you all do this and you have to kind of.
Yeah, I do it.
You all have, unless you resist.
I do.
You basically find your hands in the same way. The goo.
I
that
was
you
questioning
put-
if I could do my foot instead or my tail. Can I do my tail?
Mm,
Yeah, you can do your foot or your tail instead.
Can I do my left foot instead?
Absolutely. Shake your boot off.
I don't have boots.
Oh, you're good then.
He's got bean toes.
It's got the
kitty
beans. Give me beans. Yeah, all right, you dip your left leg in. When you guys like put your hands into this stuff, it's like, yeah, did you ever have gack? You know what I'm talking about? It's just like thick. You're like, you like go in and you're like, you pull it out, and like watching it just kind of like form into that film, that thin layer, and then just like absorb into your skin and turn it blue. It's just odd. So I'm very curious, which body parts does everybody put in? Sparkle Gem threw in a hand, so she could throw a blue hand. You can throw your face in, it'll turn blue.
I do my left arm.
Taliesin does his left arm. What's Jerk do? I mean, you're red mostly.
Just my right hand goes in.
Right hand in, and Chance uses her left foot at
Doesn't mess
Godwall.
up my fur.
right
Yeah.
hand.
Your fur changes color.
Okay, so I saw my fur is just colorized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your fur is colored. If you were to shave your like fur off, your skin underneath is blue as well.
Okay. That's fine, as long as I have the fur still.
Yeah, you notice like the hair on your knuckles, Taliesin, Jerk is also blue coming off it.
I don't have any hair on my knuckles.
And what was Godwall's? Sorry, just super curious.
Right hand.
Right hand in. All right, yeah. So you guys have essentially received the mark. The wizard explains to you. He's like, yeah, like this essentially lets us, locate you wherever you are in the world. So I wouldn't defy the Lord's decree. Probably not a great idea. If you come back here, I can do the ritual that will remove this spell from you. All right. So yeah, when it comes to now for the using magic within the city limits, the 15 gold for Godwald, the 50 gold for Taliesin, and the 200 gold for Sparkle Gem. Sparkle Gem is taking the flogging, the
It's gonna be
public
a
flogging.
hell of a
Is anyone
flogging.
else? I know Godwald paid his fine. Taliesin,
With flogging, paying
just-
gold,
I-
and
I
what?
I think you just spent your 35 gold on the other thing, so you're kind of out, right?
I am out. What? It's flogging or
Oh,
what?
yeah,
Time?
oh yeah, I promised to cover him. I forgot. Sorry about that at the time, but yeah, I would have also covered him for
Okay.
50.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, damn son, nice. Yeah, Godwald gives up the 50 gold for your fine. An expensive friendship forming here, but that's super nice of you.
I bow, tucking my blue arm in front of me.
The rest of you are the chain that connects all of you is disconnected, and Chance, Jerk, and Taliesin, your shackles are undone. But Sparkle Gem, yours are left on, and they tell you that the public flogging is scheduled for tomorrow in the morning, and you'll have to stay in the jail overnight. So they
Chains off.
they escort you down to the jail. It's pretty standard.
Before
It's
they
a
escort her
cell
away,
behind bars.
Jerk's gonna ask if he can stay with her
In the cell.
until the flogging. Yeah.
The guards are kind of confused and like, I don't know what the rule is. Let me
Take
go
both
ask.
of our items. Just let him stay.
I have actually
let me-
worked-
Yeah, so they're like, yeah, I don't know. Let me ask. And they go and they get Inspector Klaus. And Inspector Klaus comes back over. He's like, I hear you have a strange request.
Yeah. She doesn't handle small spaces well, and I just want to make sure she doesn't have another incident, and I want to be there, to show support for my oldest friend.
Well, I feel like people who, are as kind and wonderful as you, it sounds exactly like what I would expect from you. And certainly, we can't allow you to keep any of your things or have your hands free. You'd have to be shackled.
I understand. That's fine.
All right.
As long as everything is waiting for me when we're done with this.
Yeah, it's all safely locked away
All right.
into one of the most fortified areas of one of the biggest, largest cities in Sword Coast. Your stuff is fine. Yeah. So the rest of you are free to then leave and go about your business as you do.
As they leave, can I ask the guard that I leaned upon during the trial, like, hey, can I just know your name? Random name.
And he's like, yeah, it's Ansel.
Hansel? Can I call
Ha-
you Hans?
Hans is my middle name. How'd you know? Whoa, are you like psychic?
No, I'm just lucky.
Lucky. And your name's Chance! Oh, I love this. You're cool. Sorry we had to arrest you and I had to drag you around and stuff.
He shrugs as he's probably still in cuffs. It's fine. We can grab a pint later.
Oh yeah? Oh man, I go over to the Drunken Lobster sometimes. It's a crazy place. You ever been there?
Once or twice. You want to go
Well-
tonight?
Yeah.
Party at the Lobster!
All right,
say
yeah. I'm
that
like my
loud
shift,
enough that
my
maybe
shift's
somebody else
over
will-
in like a couple hours. I'll like go there and then I'll totally meet you there.
I don't know what's happening, but I'm into it. What's happening?
Party at the Drunken Lobster!
Chance was leaning on a guard during the
Yeah,
during
I remember
the
that.
courtroom, and then he asked him what his name was and if he wanted to grab a pint, which the guard said yes, and he goes to the Drunken Lobster, and so I guess that's where Chance is going to be in a couple hours.
All right.
But yeah, you were gone. So yeah, they escort the rest of you out. But Jerk and Sparkle Gem stay in the prison overnight. The cell is pretty generic. It's a bare bones. There's a a stone bench that's got a kind of cot tabletop blankety thing, and to sleep on. There's like a hall in the corner that you can do your business, and bars on the door, no windows.
Are we doing RP for them in the prison or with us?
I was kind of describing the jail cell to them because we're right here, and that would be happening first.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
But
you
something's
can
happening on the way out, too.
your RP first. Because I gotta run to the bathroom.
Yeah, go do what you gotta do.
Okay. Well then, yeah. So yeah, no, the guards escort you guys down there. You guys have your hands shackled in front of you. But like I said, it's pretty bare bones. It's intended as a short-term holding cell. It's got a bed. It's kind of large enough for like 2 people to fit on. It's like twin mattress-esque sized area. But it's you'd have to share it. And like I said,
Cool.
there's a hole in the corner.
I
that's
can't finish.
about like
pack
four
it
inches wide enough for you to do your business in. Drains out somewhere.
Gross.
Yeah, you don't get to go to the bathroom. You get to use
A hole.
Yeah, use a hole.
Well, Jerk's just gonna sit down and kind of like lean against the bars with his head down and try to doze off. Tell
The
Sparkle-
entire.
Yeah.
I would say the entire time Sparkle Gem is like rubbing at her wrist and just pacing back and forth nervously.
So Jerk's just gonna tell her, hey.
Yeah, it's not a huge space. It's probably like a 12 by 12, so you kind of can walk away from each other a little bit, but not super far. You could socially distance, is what I'm saying.
Jerk's gonna
That's
tell her
about
to try to get some rest. She's got a big day of getting whipped tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
I'm here if
Alright,
you need to talk, but I'm gonna try to get some Z's. I know you've been through a lot. That's why I'm here for you, but I'm a little pissed about whatever you pulled. It cost you.
Listen, I didn't pull anything. All I did was try to make them run away from me so I could run away far enough to not be restrained.
Well, here we are. I love you, kid. I'm gonna go to sleep. You should
Get some
probably do the
rest.
same.
So
So that's a thing out of character. Sparkle Gem no longer sleeps. That's a thing she doesn't do. Doing light activity counts as her sleep.
You didn't need to tell us that.
Yeah, I know, but that's why like
well,
I'm
she's
just
telling Jerk kind
telling-
of like she's not gonna sleep.
Yeah, like I'm telling Jerk like no matter what through his sleep he's going to hear Sparkle Gem like rustling around, not moving, just being very kind of fidgety.
Okay, well, I guess he'll tell her, just sit and try to meditate. Think on, what you've done. A big part of growing as a person is overcoming fears and conquering them. Over the course of our adventures, because of you, I've found a family with these people. That was a big fear and a big issue I had was I didn't trust anybody. If I can do that after losing my family, being in prison, being betrayed, everything that's happened in my life, you can improve yourself as well.
Damn,
Now,
look at fucking
I'm
Chris RPing.
going
Yeah.
to go to sleep.
That's awesome.
Say in retort, Sparkle Gem's just going to look at him and be like, Jerk, I literally watched my body disappear from existence while being restrained against my will.
And I was in another dimension possessed
This
by
was
a
but
belt
a week
that
ago.
shocked me every time I didn't listen to it. We all have
That's
shit
your own
happen
damn
to
fault.
us.
It's your own damn fault for wearing that belt.
It's your own damn fault for going after our teacher by yourself. You can either dwell on it, or you can get over it. I got over it. Good night.
Damn. That's some good RP.
Sparkle Gem's just going to like kick the dirt and look away.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Dude, I'm so
See,
excited
I
about
love
you
you
guys
guys.
playing.
You guys are the best.
So dope.
Amazing. All right. Well, as their as their events unfold themselves, as the rest of you are now dyed blue and exiting the building, anyone who has a high passive perception, roll me a perception check.
I mean, I have a high passive perception.
Like if it's on your D&D Beyond character sheet under your
Crit fail.
passive senses.
My passive sense
Ouch.
is 15.
Okay.
Do you mean still roll? I mean, my roll was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
24.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's better, right?
Yeah.
So this is me still learning. So passive perception, is it perception check or is it wisdom
shit.
check for
The
perception?
perceptive.
So
The word
on your
passive is on
character
the
sheet,
sheet.
so on your sheet, on the left side, underneath saving throws, there's senses, and you get 3 passive ones, usually based on your character. Your passive perception is 20, so I'm not going to be able to hide things from you ever.
Yeah.
But please
You're
roll it anyways, because I'd like to see if you get above 20.
So would I roll just a straight 20 die or
A
20
d20.
plus your perception check.
okay?
So it's a perception check. So it's your perception roll, which you have advantage on, plus 5. So roll that d20 twice, plus 5. And then the way I'm doing this check is if it's below your passive, you get your passive. Which, holy shit, yours is 20? Holy fuck.
Yeah, that's higher than mine. I think I have the highest.
Insane.
I did have the highest.
Alright, so Taliesin and Chance noticed this first. But as you guys are exiting, you notice that one of the dragon cultists is exiting the building. He's been uncuffed by the others, and Taliesin and Chance, you would both recognize this as the man who was the last person up and said, "I'm just a mercenary," at the end of
Okay.
the battle that you had earlier today. So you
Um,
recognize his face, you recognize his voice, and after all the things you've gone through today, being moved through the different rooms, being in the holding cell with him, you recognize him entirely as the guy who was there, and he seems to be being let go, similarly to how you guys are being let go.
So so who are we with though? Is it just me and Chance, or is it
No, Godwell should be there.
we're with a
Yep.
with a Godwald's with us?
Yep.
We're also with a guard though, right?
There's
No.
guards all over the place. In the
I thought
hall.
we were with a guard to go get a drink.
Well, he's gonna meet us at the tavern later.
Okay.
So
So
yeah, he said his shift ends in a couple hours.
Um,
And he'll go over there.
you guys do that. I'm going to follow this guard, and I will. Is there? Can I make like a check to see if there's like an alley around me where there's no one kind of watching?
When you guys notice this, you're all in the Hall of Justice still. You're in that kind of clerk's area, and like getting, you've dyed parts of yourself. You've been uncuffed at this point. You've paid the fees. You're kind of like wrapping up all the bureaucracy that's involved in law breaking and paying fines and everything. And he's been doing the same. But you check that and you notice him there. So you're all still in this moment. You're all still right there.
Okay.
So
Can I-
he's being uncuffed right now, as we see it, as we've already been dyed, right?
Yep.
All right. So as Chance shaking his leg, he shouts over, like, "Hey, you get a weird body color now too?"
And you see the guy kind of like, he's wearing he doesn't have the mask. He doesn't have like the shoulder pieces. He's just wearing like kind of like the clothes that were underneath like most of it and the overrobe.
Hang
And he's like, "No, they mark you. You under house arrest?"
Yeah,
have-
something like that.
I
Shaking
have-
my leg still.
I have an idea.
was like, that
So-
sucks.
I think I have.
And he gets, you know, basically,
Yes, I do.
they go and like give him some things he had, which is essentially at this point like an empty coin purse, you know, other knickknacks that he had. He gets up, gathers them up. He's like, well, take it easy, guys. And he All right,
I'm
goes out
writing
the door.
something. Hang on.
Chance is gonna shout after him like, "We're grabbing a pint later at the Drunken Lobster if you want to go."
He kind of looks back at you like a confused look on his face, you know, from the fact that he was kind of just on the opposite side of a fight of you, and just being a little confused, just kind of like, yeah, whatever, and kind of like waves a little bit and looks down and kind of continues going out the door, like thinking about that interaction. It's just like, that was unexpected.
So I do as this whole interaction's happening, I kind of like pass something off to Chance, and then I walk out the door just behind this guy. And is there a place that I could see? Is it nighttime?
Yeah, at this point the sun is set and it's dark out. If you had watches, I would say 7 p.m.
Okay. I would like to try to duck into a corner and wild shape.
Inside the hall or outside the hall?
No, outside the hall, like duck
Okay.
into an alleyway and wild shape.
Yeah. So as the guy kind of like keeps like walking out and along, yeah, you're able to find a corner and wild shape into
Just like a domesticated cat.
a cat. Yeah.
Mhm. And
Did
I
you
would like
just
to.
use magic in the city again?
It's not technically magic; it's an ability. So I don't think it would be detected.
Then if that's the case, my necrotic shroud wouldn't work. That wouldn't have cost
Well,
me
no,
anything because
the-
that was an ability.
That was used in battle.
No,
So
that was inside the cell, or she was heading
Well,
her.
That's-
Oh,
okay,
yeah, that
so
Don't arrest me. I don't want to
Yeah.
be held.
That
No,
was.
all she said is I don't want to be restrained. That's all she said. Was I
Well,
don't
the
wanna
whole
be
thing is
restrained.
that no one
So-
saw this.
Yeah, no one saw that part happen. You were able to find a corner in the way. When it comes to people in the world, they don't go, ah, yes, this magic is from a person's ability, and this magic is from. It's not a rules. They
Yeah.
go, they see you transform into something, they're like, fucking magic.
That's
And
why. Well, that's
Not
why.
magic, right?
That's why I hid. Yeah. So I hid first, transformed into a house cat, and now I'm following this guy.
Okay. As he like, you're able to follow him out of the hall and down the street. Are Godwald and Chance following you as well?
How much of that could I notice?
Perception check request.
I mean,
I know Taliesin slipped a piece of paper to Chance.
21.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, after this whole situation, like, all these things, and, like, being together, and Taliesin be like, oh, hold on, I'm gonna go do this thing. You're like, whoa, I need to make sure. And as you keep a very keen eye on him, he's now worried about you seeing him and turning into the cat, but you do notice it go on, and him go wandering off from a distance. Because 21's pretty high.
I mean,
And so yeah,
chances-
so you kind of noticed the other guy. I mean, like, you noticed that guy go
I
off,
heard
then
the-
heard
heard the
her talk to
conversation.
him. Yeah, and him go off. So you can form your opinions from there.
So Chance is leaving and just going her
Where's
own way
Chance
to get drinks.
Yeah, I'm going to the Drunken Lobster to meet up with a guard. I mean, gotta keep good repertoire with everybody. There, like, 2 people in your group are in jail. Talison's doing his own thing, so what else are we gonna do? We gotta wait anyways.
You
Might
guys
as
were
well
with the
make
guard,
friends with the gourds.
Okay, so I don't like that he's going off on his own. I don't have dark vision. He has a is the one with a contact at the inn where we were staying.
Oh shit. Go ahead.
But it's already been a very long day,
It has
and
been.
I am not quiet.
Yeah, you actually still have your armor on, even like
Yeah.
not even just in a bag, because
Quite-
you were
quite
never
right.
arrested.
Question:
Yeah,
do I
so-
have all of my shit back?
Yes, as you guys exit the building and they're uncuffing you, you're paying fines. Then they're giving you your stuff back, seeing that you're marked. You've gone through the whole process.
So Chance is gonna raise up his paw up the Godwall, like wave it, like, hey, why not grab a quick dinner or a pint at the Drunken Lobster? Guards are nice. Make friends with guards.
Make friends with cards.
Holding my paw up.
Oh fuck! I forgot. I still have the staff of defense.
Oswald.
Or now I have it.
All right,
Oswald.
I see
Holding
it.
my
What am I
paw
looking at?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
You know what? After the day I've had, fine.
Do I get a high five? Do I get a high paw?
I'm not going to stretch for it.
Chance lowers his arm. It's getting sadder and sadder in front of his
That
face.
one. You get that one.
I was gonna say, is Chance like really tall? Like you'd have to stretch for it or something?
Chance, did you see my whisper?
But
No,
yeah,
I did not.
you get that one. Yes.
Wait, me?
No, Chance.
Not me? Oh, okay. All right, yeah. So
Everybody vanished.
did we lose a stream too?
I don't think so.
No, it looks like the stream's still going. I just lost everybody.
Well, that was weird.
All right, you're all back, except for,
All right.
except for
So,
Sarah
as-
and me.
The stream did have like a major lag there for a second though.
How long does your wild shape last? Just forever?
2 hours.
2 hours. Okay. As you follow this guy out, he goes across the bridge from the Hall of Justice and enters into the Protector's Enclave, but quickly makes his way across the Sleeping Dragon Bridge and into the Blue Lake District. Wanders past the rumored Hearth Inn Castle Never, and moves farther north and east into the city, where he just enters a sleepy little inn and just goes inside.
Is the inn called Sleepy Little Inn, or is that just you're just describing
It is now. It's the sleepy little inn.
Okay.
Can we see it on the map of
Um,
the city?
Yeah, it's right next to the lake.
I would like
I'll go ahead and
to.
add it in.
Can I do my best to investigate which room he's going into?
So you're a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you go in?
No. Well, is there a way for me to?
As you kind of look around the building a bit, there are several places where you think you might be able to access it. Open windows on the second floor that go into some people's rooms. The door itself looks generally open, like a swinging door, saloon style kind of thing that you can just walk right into.
Okay. Can I attempt to stealth into the building?
Absolutely.
Oh no, people will notice that there's a cat walking around.
Right.
I don't know how much they would care about it.
Well, seeing as this dude was broke, it's probably not the best part of town.
I mean, they might not care at all.
Boy, that's what I meant. They're used to that kind of shit in like the slums.
Yeah, as you enter in as a cat, nobody really bothers you. They really generally ignore you.
Cool. So
Font
I'm.
is Arial? I guess. Weird.
I will. Oh, it's 3 hours at level 6. All right. Well, I guess I can wild shape for 3 hours.
Nice.
Thank you, Oz. So I will just kind of like nonchalantly follow this guy. Like I'm gonna rub up on other
Guests are
patrons.
like, oh, hello. What
Yeah,
color are
like-
you? black
I'm
cat,
gonna be an orange boy.
Orange boy? Yeah, like, hey, little tabby, how are you? They give you pets. You
Yeah.
know,
It's a little
saying
Garfield.
somebody in the comment, in the dining area, the common room, like, feeds you a little bit of like chicken. They're like, hey, would you like some of
Hell
this?
yeah. Getting that chickie.
Yeah, people are totally into this random animal cat.
But-
While you're down there, though, the guy kind of, you see him come back downstairs and exit the building. Pays you no mind.
Okay. I want to follow.
All right. Sleep a little in. All right. As you follow him, he goes back south. Crosses the Dolphin Bridge into the Protector's Enclave, and then goes up to the wall that separates the Enclave from the Chasm area, and kind of goes out through goes through the little gateway sort of checkpoint, and he actually makes his way over to the Drunken Lobster. And
That's where everyone else is, right?
I am following Chance there.
Chance
Okay.
and Godwald arrive at the Drunken Lobster first.
Okay.
You guys, Godwald, you've been here before. Chance, I don't think you've come to this side of town, knowing that it's generally rough. Not a lot of people want to live next to this tear in the earth that spewed drow out who killed tons of people. It's just not a place a lot of people want to be. But with Godwald's assistance, you're able to find the Drunken Lobster, enter, and it is a raucous location. All of the shady-looking characters are here, and you can,
Is
there's
it rough-looking bar then?
yeah, it's a dive bar. It's a dive bar that
Question.
defines dive bars.
Are there any screaming ghost wizards?
No.
That's
Unlike
the other bar?
unlike the Fallen, or let's see, yeah, the Fallen Tower. Yeah, unlike the Fallen Tower, this is just a location that has been established and stayed open since the catastrophe that struck Neverwinter. This has
Then I
been
like
here
this
a
place
long
more than
time.
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so as Chance enters the bar,
This is the one with the crazy, the lobster monster on top, and then
Yeah.
drunken patrons have shoved bottles into its face.
So as Chance enters the bar, his ears are gonna go back just because it's loud, but he's gonna definitely
It's noisy.
make his way straight up to the bar and be like, "Hey!" Try to get the attention of the barkeep. "Hey, I'm looking for Hans."
There are several kind of pretty half elves and other ladies working here. One of them comes up. She's like,
I'm a pretty
"There's
half
no
elf.
Hans. There's no Hans here. But what can I get you to drink?"
Chance's ears are like flicking a little bit. His tail's kind of like swishing behind him. I'm like, "Oh, take a pint of your pretty okay beverage. Because I'm just a cute, lucky stray cat."
She's like, "Great, 3 silver," and she like just leans up under the bar, puts an ale up in front, and you can tell that ale's been kind of sitting there waiting for you.
I take a sniff of it. Like,
It's warm.
can I get some ice for it, babe? Please?
English style, baby.
Sorry for calling you babe. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to call you babe. But may
It's
I
like, "Oh,
please get
babe,
some
no
ice
problem."
for it?
And she's like, "Is there a mage in the house who can make cold?" Like shouts out to the bar, and you see a oddly dressed gentleman kind of like stand up from his ale. And, "Yes." Lean in and kind of cone of cold up into the air, trying to create ice. And
Chances
so
are
it's
it's
like,
gonna protect self.
right? Oh, no, he's just up, right? And he kind of does it, and it sort of like snows over towards you. And she's like, "Hold on, come here." And he stumbles over. She sets the glass, sets the cup over into an area, a wooden cup, and she's like, "All right, now do that at that." And he's like, "Yes!" And he out a cone of cold and chills your beer for you. And he's like, "That'll be 5 silver."
I sniff the beer. It still tastes like it's warm beer, even though it's cold.
It's cold now.
It's still.
She's like, "Would you like this ale?" And she reaches under the counter and puts another one up. Right here.
I smell it. That smells great.
English style,
I'll
baby.
give you a cool 8 silver for that new beer.
And she's like, "Thank you." And she takes it and she gives 3 silver to the mage, like, "Appreciate your service, sir." And takes the other 5 and puts it in. She's like, "Appreciate the tip." Gives you a little wink.
No problem. Again, if you see my boy Hans like show up, like this dude's like a pretty comfy shoulder. Just like tell him where I'm at, because
Oh,
I
certainly.
catch up with him.
Probably gonna grab that last open table. Just had a couple of people leave. We haven't cleaned it off yet, but we weren't going to, so.
Yeah, it's fine. It's cool.
We were going to.
Alright,
yeah,
turn
so-
around, shout out, Godwald, you want anything while I'm over here?
I'm behind her other shoulder when she does this.
Standing right next to her.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a very hectic moment.
All right. Yeah. So you guys
want anything?
you guys, if you want an ale, you can have it. So it's 3 silver for an ale. It's 5 silver for a wine. It's pretty much what they have. You can get some hard liquor for, 8 silver.
I would just ask for an ale and not complain about its condition.
She slides you the cold ale.
Okay.
She's like, "I think that one's better than the one she took, so enjoy it."
And I mark off 3 silver.
See, as you guys take a seat, in enters Ansel, the city guard, and he kind of looks around, and he's looking for a cat person, and you are fortunately easy to spot. He wanders over and he comes and sits down. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?"
I'd be like, yo, what's up, bro? How's that
Oh.
shoulder doing?
"I'm off work. I'm happy to be here. I'm gonna go grab an ale. Do you want one? I know you got one, but do you want another?"
No, bro, I got this one. We'll get another one as soon as you finish your next one.
Hell yeah. I mean, 7 hells yeah. And he goes over, gets himself a beer.
Water deep, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, out of character. We're gonna have to go into like some weird
Yeah.
bro code now.
I meant
Yeah,
to say Baldur's
Oh, you
Gate.
While he is grabbing an ale, a former dragon cultist enters in through the door, also looking for a tabaxi, and kind of sees you. Anyways, is like, and kind of comes over and sits down next to you. Taliesin, you've followed him all the way to the Drunken Lobster. You know where he sleeps.
I'm still a cat.
And you're still a cat, so you could enter the building or not, up to you.
I do.
Okay.
I'm just getting many pets, I assume.
Let's see. Yeah, a lot of people notice you. Like, a lot of people. Like, these are hardened adventurers, people who are used to, like, battle and things, so, like, their perception, and they're on it, and they're like, "Whoa, hey, kitty!"
Are they petting me, though?
Somebody reaches over to you to give you a pets. Another person at the same table, this table of 4 people, all notice you near the door, and they're like, "Oh, hold on, let me try and they're, you know, set the bowl
I
of soup down on the floor, and be like, "Kitty, kitty, kitty."
I'm 100% taking advantage, like eating what I can and be like, and just like rubbing up against people.
This group loves it, and they're super into trying to like
Right.
get you onto their laps, trying to get you to get up onto the table.
I'm one of those
They're
kitties
making
that,
making a game out of seeing
like-
what you'll do.
like I will rub against you, but don't pick me up, and don't. I'm not gonna get on your lap. I got a goal. I will rub against. I'll rub against you, and
Like,
you can pet me, but don't try to pick me up.
One of them fucks that up, and they're like, "Oh," and they're trying to like rub you, pick you up, and you're like, "Nope," and then everybody else on the table's like, "Dude, what the fuck, man?" I'm like, "Oh, jeez." So, yeah, but as you're there, the guy sits down and he looks at Chance and he's just like, "So, that was a weird situation today. Were you hired by those guys on the other side?"
does he gesture to me?
He's just kind of like looking at you all and saying it, you know? His eyes move from everybody at the table, which I suppose is the 2 of you.
Chance kind of like, he's like perky at a moment, and he's like kind of like sideways now. He's like, "Yeah, I was hired at one point for this and that because family."
So, yeah, man, that was crazy. I took that job, but I don't think I'm ever gonna get involved with religious types ever again. And no offense, I think, as he points to Godwald.
Chance is like, he throws his head back, like, "Oh God, no! Like, never again for religious type. Never again. Like,
It's like, yeah, they hired me out of Baldur's Gate. Where'd they hire you guys at? Are
well,
you even hired?" And he looks at Godwald like, "Wait,
Baldur's bait.
did you hire her? Him? Did you hire him? I mean, does he know? How obvious is it if you're male or female? Just, you gotta tell me so that I can just
as
have other
Chance
people
for the
react.
tabaxi, I'm
Yeah.
a boy.
Yeah, but how
don't have
obvious
boobs.
is that? Like,
I don't
just
have
so I
boobs.
have a sense.
I-
But
no,
I
tit
don't really
means-
have a chest plate.
What do you? I was gonna say,
shows
are
the-
you wearing any armor that might hide it so that people would be confused, or are you in like clothes where it's
I
obvious
think I'm
you're
very
flat
close
chested?
to they, their, them, but
Okay, all
I
right.
think I'm closer to a male than a female.
Okay, I'm hearing a
Well, so
muscular
people-
androgynous figure.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's kind of people.
Cat.
People are
Yeah.
generally not used to a tabaxi, so the fact that some people are not sure, they kind of throw pronouns at you, and you're like, you know, like it happens, I guess, in that instance. But yeah, he's like, "Yeah, so like, how'd you guys get involved in that mess? Like, I was hired out in Baldur's Gate. Like, that was some crazy shit that they started doing. I mean, gold is gold, but that got me in a lot of trouble, and I don't think I'm going back." How'd you pay that fine?
What, me?
I mean, to both of you. He's saying this to the table with the two of you at it.
Fine. I didn't pay no fine. Like literally,
What?
like I like no offense.
Oh, hell
to
yeah.
my mate right next to me, but I haven't known you guys more than like 24 hours. Like in 24 hours, I have been ruined, and I was very scared that I was gonna be killed. So
I hop up on the table and I'm just like, "Row?"
A black cat appears on your table.
I'm an
The
orange.
guard's like, or
Here's
no,
the
an orange
what?
cat. Sorry, a tabby cat appears on your table, orange, and he's like, that cultist guy, and now dressed in common clothes. It's like, hey, that's a friendly cat.
ears up, tail up, lower my head to the table. Meow.
Can I
Yeah.
talk? Can I talk to Chance?
You can make cat sounds. I don't think Chance has cat
Can-
as a language.
I mean, are you gonna try and communicate through facial features that you both share?
I mean, I would say probably all your body language. Yes.
Can I try to make body language as like you know who I am?
Give me something.
I don't know, performance.
Does Chance-
Yeah. So Talison's trying
I'm
to
not good at
describe.
it.
I'm Taliesin by like doing maybe something
Ooh, I
kind
am
of. Yeah,
pro
give me
to this.
give me the performance check. But he's trying to like. It looks very not cat.
I have a response.
Oof. It's a 3.
And in fact, like the cat is doing
I-
things that you're like he's kind of like doing side steps. He's trying to do something. It doesn't seem like the way a cat should act at all. So it does seem odd.
I saw this happen, right? Didn't I see him
Yeah.
become the cat?
You
Is this-
did.
Is this the same cat?
You would probably be able to tell, but you could do a perception check real fast to know for sure.
Can I spend my passive of 17?
Absolutely. You recognize this is the same cat.
Okay. And this is not the first, and this is at least like the second or third time he's done this. So
Wait.
you've done this
So,
at
the
least
guy-
once before.
So the guy now being like, all right, cat's fun, but I'm here talking to people who were previously my enemies. So he kind of leans back over to Chance, kind of like, yeah, but I mean, that's the life of a mercenary, right? Like we do the jobs we're hired for, and sometimes they go wrong, sometimes they go right. This one was expensive, and I'm looking to make my money back.
Chance, very quickly, throw back the spear. Do I have to make a check from that? Or...
To throw back your beer? That's
For
your
death.
first ale? No, your first ale doesn't get you drunk.
Plus, they probably water it down.
They do not
Oh.
water it down. It's just they don't have any means to cool
Oh.
anything. It's probably a dark style ale, that's just kept in the
Basement,
basement, yeah. Which
cellar, probably
is
instead.
upper 10 cellar because it's just a basement. Same difference, I suppose. But,
Fair enough.
it's not horrible that it's cold. But, you've been to places where mages can make cold ale. Or at least comes directly from a actual cellar under the ground, so it's down at 50 degrees down there. So, but not here.
So he leans in, and then Chance is gonna like throw back his beer, and then he's gonna like half lean over the table closer to this guy and like mumble burp halfway through, but
I pick up my drink.
I'm part of the Zents. Burp. And
As
we
you-
look out for
As you do your sorry.
and it's only the one we remember. You know, family.
As you lean over and do your burp motion to him, Ansel comes back over with 2 ales. He's like, "Hey, nice to meet you, buddy. Did you need an ale?" And he gestures towards him. And it's like, "Yeah, thanks. Who are you?" Does he recognize the guard?
I don't
Ooh,
know.
nat 20.
Absolutely recognizes the guard.
That's
like, "Hey!"
amazing.
Who are you? And he's
Freeze.
like, I'm Ansel. And he's like, "Nice to meet you, Ansel. I'm
I'm Gretel.
Ted."
Uh,
And does the deception work?
he's Ted, and he's going on
Do
a
it,
bogus
do
journey.
I'm Ted.
Do it.
Do I believe you're Ted?
Do
Nice
it.
to meet you, Ted. He sits down with the ale, and Ansel takes a seat next to you, Chance. And if there was not one available, he moves a chair around to be
Doesn't
sitting
matter.
next
He's
to you.
welcome to the group, and I'm all like
Yeah.
half leaning on him now. Like I am very familiar with them. Like, dude, your family, right? It's all good, right?
I'm using a
And he's
wild-
like, I mean, yeah, like family's, an important thing. Do you know this guy? And he kind of like leans over to whispers like, "Hey, you know this guy?"
Yeah, I met him for a second. They seem cool.
All
He
right.
told me
And
this bar.
he kind of like scratches his arm and lifts up his, his short sleeve shirt, and you can see his Zenorum tattoo that's on his
Can
arm.
I see it? Can
Oh,
I see it leaning
He
against?
does it. He
I'm
does it.
leaning
He
against
does
his
it. He does
arm.
it specifically in the direction that you are, so that you. This is
Which-
this is his response to your comment.
All right, so I see it, and
Which guy is this?
as my response, I
The
kind of
dragon cultist
The one that I followed?
named
Ted?
Ted. Yeah.
tilt
Alright.
my head and
Taking notes.
stick
What?
my tongue out a little bit further because my Zentrum tattoo is on my tongue, so I stick it out a little bit further so they can see it.
So I'm now the only chair on the other side of the table. How much of that do I see?
Roll a perception check to see if you caught the tattoo sleeve, and if it's low, we'll use your passive too, because you're generally kind of. I get the feeling a little paranoid about danger.
I
Yeah,
still
24.
consider these people to be agency I didn't know was acting in my hometown.
Right, you're now separated from the majority of Sparkle Motion that you've known, so it makes a lot of
Yes,
sense. That
it's
you're,
been a
you're
really
on edge.
weird day. Very
Yeah.
high.
Yeah,
Oz's-
you see it.
Oz's camera just looks like he's just twitching back and forth very fast.
Really?
Am I
This
not?
It looks fine
Oh,
for me.
that it's a weird lamp. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's
Oh.
not that. It's like it's glitching out for me.
Oh,
That's
weird.
Fine for me.
Yeah, but so upon hearing that you're, like getting that sign in, it's just like, kind of instant. It's like, yeah, they were. It's like they were a little batshit crazy. It's like, I took the suggestion to like get the job to try and get some more info out of them, like, and maybe like, share some stuff, but like that turned awry. Like,
I
fast.
was-
They are crazy people, full of, like, and there's a lot of them.
I was specifically looking for this. So do I also notice this?
Perception check on the
You're
shoulder
still a
raised
cat,
with the
aren't
tattoo.
you?
Does
I
the
am-
cat have?
Cat.
Does the cat
Cat
stat page have to be
perception.
in sight?
Can I request cliff notes on this because like I've been passing out for the past 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No.
So-
Wrap this
Uh,
up.
refuse. I mean, what you could do? You could just watch the stream again.
I don't have time to do that. Not
That's
this
fine.
week.
We can give you
I have
notes.
so much going on. Like, yeah.
We'll do a
That's
recap
great.
next time, like we always do.
Yeah.
So
I
go ahead
made,
and go.
I made another,
Yeah,
I made
and
another
you're-
comment on the Zentrum again.
The way that this has worked out, you guys are out, and
Well, yeah, we're out until morning, so like.
yeah. So this
And
whole
why
thing
did I
doesn't-
roll a 3 twice?
So
alright.
yeah,
So-
it wouldn't be huge if you miss this. If you're going to bed,
Alright.
don't worry about it. 3 twice. Yeah, I mean he was
Have a good
trying
one,
to be sly
guys.
about it. You were getting pet by Ansel. Hansel's just like, hey, little buddy.
All right. I got distracted by
Scritches.
being scritched.
Yep.
All right. What I would
But yeah.
what I would like to do is go into like any sort of like the water closet
Mhm.
and transform back into myself and then come back.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a wait, for people going in and out, but you're able to get in there, transform, and step back outside.
Okay.
Yeah, but so he leans in, he's like, yeah, they're crazy, and there's a lot of them. How about you? You're on this other side of things. What's and what do these guys want?
I mean, these guys, like, I'm just trying to, like, survive. I mean, what side do you think you want? Like,
I mean,
What's
I'm on the
so
side of
different?
coin. I'm on the side of coin personally, and they just cost
Yeah.
me a lot of coin. So,
yeah.
I'm ready to
I
be.
know,
I'm
dude.
ready to be done.
The coin sucks. You get hired
Yeah.
one way or the other, and which way you're hired, it sucks.
I mean, if I didn't have the things that I'd found on my journeys with me, I'd have been stuck in that fucking jail for the 3 years that those guys are in for.
No, like, it was so close for me. I can't believe I got named with this group, because otherwise I'd be fucked.
Oh yeah, man. Well, hell to them, but
But hey, bro, like, the people that, like, knew me before this, or was part of this group, was, like, pretty cool, so they said do it, and I trusted them, and I'm not in jail, so it's pretty great. So if you
Oh,
ever
yeah,
need a
man.
good contact, I guess this group is the best thing to do.
all right, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, wait. What was
I mean,
your
I'm
name?
supposed to be making money here, and these guys cost me like 1,100 gold worth of items. Like, I did not find that sword in order to give it to the city of Neverwinter. Like, this
Dude.
fucked.
Like, what I learned is if you just go straight attack Merc, you lose everything. Like, you gotta go after that treasure, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking for another treasure. That'd be good. I tell you what, I know about a treasure.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, all right.
wanna
So I
go?
came from Baldur's Gate, right?
Yeah.
They hired me out there. They're looking to fill their ranks because I guess there's not a lot of people who are like into worshiping dragons, and or at least the ones that these guys worship. And like, they've set us up to Neverwinter, but before we came into the city, we went to their camp. And have you ever heard of the ruins of Old Thunder Tree?
Yeah, like, vaguely, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, well, I've been there, and have they got a horde? It's incredible. Listen, I mean, there's a problem though. It's a dragon's horde, but I think like with the right people, we could make a lot of dough, a lot of moolah.
like,
Oh yeah, and you asked his name.
yeah. Like, Dave, it'd be really nice.
He is a human named
Human. Oh.
Tyr. Tyerr. It's pronounced Tyre.
This is the guard or the priest?
Dragon cultist.
Dragon
yeah.
cultist.
And he's kind of leaning in and trying to have this conversation with that. At the same time, Ansel is there for the tabaxi, but not getting paid attention to. So he's turned to Godwald and is like, "So, a cleric of Bahamut, huh?" And is trying to
Make friends.
just make conversation with you
Make friends.
so that he can find out something about Chance to talk to Chance about.
How the fuck do you spell the guard's name?
The dragon
guard.
cultist.
No,
Oh, the
no.
guard? Oh,
Yeah.
Ansel. Ansel. Ansel?
Well, that's Hansel,
Okay.
but, Tyre.
Well, I got-
Tyr
I
is
got that.
Tyir, right?
I've got that guy's name.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on point. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, he's kind of leaning in, and the whole time, Ansel's trying to get information out of Godwald, like, so,
Where you guys travel? What you been up to? How long have you known this cat person? And just kind of laying in with questions, while also petting the cat. He's easily distracted.
Oh
Is
no,
this-
I've gone and transformed back.
No, not yet. At the beginning of this conversation, I don't think
Yeah.
you did.
But
okay.
oh yeah, well that's right. You've left. So
I left to go.
whenever he was previously distracted by you
Yes.
as a cat.
I don't know how long that'll take. That's up to you.
Yeah. Just in a bit. You'll walk back in.
Like,
But yeah, he leans. He's like, yeah, but there's a problem. He's like, it's massive, but there's a dragon.
when he asked me that thing, does a passive sense motive of 17 tell me his true intentions of talking to me? To be trying to
for
talk to
Ansel?
him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of sad how obvious it is that he's asking questions about the tabaxi. It's very clearly like, I'm going to hit on him so much once I get a chance.
All I can tell you is Chance has been very happy to find out that this town gets excellent fish.
Oh, thanks, man. And he turns. Anybody hungry? Food on me? Turns towards the table, announcing it as Taliesin walks up.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of hungry.
Well, who are you? Oh wait, I saw you. You were with them earlier.
Yeah, I was one of the ones that was arrested.
Yeah, this guard, pretty chill. Yeah, and then he'll take any food orders, and he's gonna go get some food if anybody wants it. But Tyre's leaning a chance. It's like, yeah, it's like I think with a like the right group of adventurers, we could totally score this horde. Like, I mean, I only briefly saw the dragon, but it was sitting on a pile of coins, cups, artifacts, and things that I've never even like imagined existed in one place. Like, it's a big score.
Do you think you can get back there?
I mean, I know where it is, but there's a couple issues approaching it.
Well, do you want to go back there, or do you want to just give us direction? Like, you could travel with us.
Oh, I want my coin. I mean, I figure you do
Pirates,
too. I mean, how about, we make a deal to get the goods and split it?
Oh, you want to make a contract?
Yeah, let's make a deal. How many people are in your party?
Tail flicking. There's a few people. How many people in your party? Are you solo?
It's just me now.
I'm just standing there, Godwald.
Sure. Yeah.
Standing behind him. Alright. And Ansel comes back with some food and is like, I got some roast chickens and a couple fried fish. And anybody hungry? And he sets plates out in the center of the table. There's some appetizers. And he's trying to be impressive with his guard money that he makes.
Yes. What is this eating arrangement right now?
So here's what I picture, and
Here
you
to-
can correct me if I'm wrong. That it was we were at a four topper, and Chance and I sat down, and then one of the people sat next to Chance, and the other person also wanted to sit next to Chance. So now it's me on one side and three people on the other side, or it's like
Is it round,
one on each of the four sides.
square,
I think it's
or
a
rectangle?
typical bar table, so like a rectangle.
Okay. Well, I'll sit next to
Alright.
Godwald.
Well, I think that's 4 people on one side of the table now.
No, it's 3 on your side and 2 on me and Godwald's side.
Okay.
Ansel sitting next to you is like, are you hungry? And he slides a plate of fried fish your way.
Chance is like, he sees the fish, very happy about it. Ears are very quick. Pulls it closer, but still talking to the other person. Like,
Ansel's like, Godwald
do
and Taliesin needs to see his shoulders slump, and he's like, oh man, all right.
Give it a second.
Feels a little defeated.
Taliesin
moment.
is pretending like he has no idea what's going on.
give it a second. Like,
So, but Tyre's
So-
like, he's like, yeah. He's like, well, I'll tell you what. It's like, I got the info. Like, I know, I've been to that camp. Some ideas about where things are and how many people there are. If you guys have the muscle, and maybe we could, just split the loot evenly between all of us. Or you know what? You think about it. You think
well,
about it.
Well, all
I'm
right.
okay with it.
What we're gonna need is this the? I'm sorry. Is this the guard talking to us?
Tyre the dragon cultist.
The dragon-
Ansel,
The dragon
Ansel
boss,
the
yeah.
guard.
Okay,
Ansel the
yeah,
pretty one.
okay, I got it. All right, so
Wait,
I'll-
I thought
I will
Council
say-
was the one that gave me the fish food.
Yes.
Yeah, so the dragon cultist Tyre was the one talking to us, right?
so I
Yes.
will. I'm gonna
Okay.
snap and try to get both of their attention and be like, listen, we can take care of this dragon cultist situation, split the gold between all of us. I need
Okay.
you. I
thought
need
was
you.
having a private conversation.
Yeah,
though
he's
with
kind of
Tyre.
having this try like.
Well, I'm trying to
whispering-
get a
whispering
I'm trying to get a
combo.
hold of the guy.
Oh,
Well,
you
I
want
was
his
about to
attention?
say
He's sitting at the table. with us.
Tyre's-
I'm trying to be like, hey, everyone.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm trying to do.
Ansel's like, yeah, man, what's up?
So
Well, be careful.
Are you-
Tyre's a guard.
I know.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
was about
I
to
know,
set
I know.
Tyre's thing.
I know.
Tyre's the ex
Tyre's a guard.
cultist Zentrim. Tyre's the
Yeah.
ex cultist Zentrim.
Hansel
Ansel.
or
Ansel.
Hans
Hansel.
is the guard
Is the
who
guard.
is safer. So I was about to communicate with Tyre as a Zentrum baby, not confirmed. Yeah, that's a good idea that we should do this and that.
He's got the tattoo. It's confirmed.
Yes. No. Okay. So Tyre is the Zentrum. Hansel's the
Yeah.
guard.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get attention of all of them. And be like, Hansel.
But can I confirm with Tyre before you?
What are you trying to say?
I
You
wanna
can.
make
You're
sure
having a conversation
Tyre-
with him. You can confirm it with
Yeah,
him. You're
Yeah,
having
I
a
wanna
conversation
make
with him.
Tyre,
Like,
yeah, that
you are-
sounds
you
like a
are-
good
yeah,
idea,
like-
Tyre. Like,
You
yeah.
are probably the closest friend that I have in this entire group. So, what are you
Yeah,
trying to
so
say?
I am making sure me and Tyre understand, like, yeah, that's a good idea. We're gonna do this, and I accept it on behalf of my group, and I'm gonna do this.
Yes. What I would like to say, add to this, is that Hansel,
Who is
you
sad right now?
Well-
you guys have two of our group, and it would mean a lot to me and Chance, especially
Okay.
Chance, if you could help us get our friends out to help us so that they could help us with this mission.
Persuasion roll, please.
Well, we're
I'm
also
so- I'm
getting
so-
out in the morning after she gets whipped a couple
I
times.
am just trying
He's-
to
I
help
think-
you.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get the guard out of there so they can have their conversation.
But I
At
want
least,
the
at least that's
guard
what I'm gathering.
there. The guard
Well,
likes
like
me.
get the guard out of there, and if I can do good at it, get the guard to like maybe let you guys go.
But I want to keep the guard.
I would like to let the guard. I would like to try to get the guard to let you guys go, but if not, be like to get the guard kind of like out of the situation.
Oh, I want the guard on my side so I can use him later to let you guys out. Like,
well,
this isn't
yeah,
right now. I want to use him in the future, and he likes me right now, and I want him to like.
I'm attempting to get our friends out of jail by befriending this guard. So if you would like to help me,
I thought you were a cat right now.
no, I am
he,
not.
He turned out and he turned back and he came over and sat down at the table. I need to buy. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sorry, just I
It-
got it.
If you would like to help me try to get the guard out, are you
I think
good
we're
at persuasion?
I think
Oh, he already liked me to begin with. He was
No,
really
no, no,
sad
no.
when I didn't
No,
pay
I know that.
attention.
That's my whole point. Is
well,
Callison is very bad at persuasion.
just for
when
the
he is trying
record,
to
my
he's trying to
persuasion
persuade
is
this
a plus
guard.
2.
He's trying to persuade
Not
this
that great.
guard
That's a
who
no.
likes you. He's trying to persuade this guard who likes you and who's also been drinking to like, hey, if you like, you should let our friends out of jail because they can help us with this whole situation.
well, for the record, me and CJ are fine in jail. She volunteered for the flogging. Like we
I
don't.
know,
I
but I
didn't
would,
think
but
I-
I would rather not let my friends be flogged.
And I would rather her be flogged than be run out of Neverwinter
I'd
for the rest of my life.
rather
No,
her
no.
be flogged.
If
She volunteered for it, so she volunteered for it. So
Like, I get
this
what
is
you're
her
doing,
choice.
you
but-
guys aren't what you're saying. You don't know what I'm saying.
No, yeah,
I
you're trying
think I
to get
get
us
the
out of
idea.
jail, but we don't.
It's not, the guard isn't going to be breaking him out of jail. The guard's going to be like, hey, like, I've been told to release them.
Yeah, but
That's
we
exactly breaking out of
we
jail.
still get in trouble. Like
Why would you get in trouble for that?
because a guard in
It's-
real life
it's
can't do it.
second or-
I know
Ha-
Jared would not allow that.
You
Alright,
don't know
so
that.
I do.
Did you roll for? Did you roll for your persuasion on? The
I
die?
haven't. I was trying to see if
Yeah, the guard's just a guard. He's got bosses that'll call him out on that. He'll get in trouble, and then we'll be
I got a nat
wanted,
20.
and- Let's not do this.
Upon hearing
I'm
that
trying.
upon hearing that there's something that Chance might want, and you're now Godwald noticing the obvious attraction that the guard has to this fantastical Catman. You kind of see his face like turn up, eyebrow raise, and it's like, I can't do that. He seems conflicted though, over this, and he's like, what do you mean? I can't. I mean, I can't go against the Lord Protector's decrees. I want to help you, though. And he's just like, it's very odd, like for him, like he's torn a bit. But
well, how do you think you can help us?
I mean, I could go, like, make sure your friends are comfortable and have some more things, you know, like warm food and maybe blankets and stuff.
Okay.
I could,
Just-
you know, make their stay more comfortable. Is
Give
that,
them.
would you, and he turns to Chance, like, would you like it if I did that?
Okay, so I had to walk away because I had to pee. Who
I
am I
ba-
talking to right
Yes.
now?
You're talking to the guard. I rolled a nat 20 to
Tyre.
try to
Or
convince.
no, Ansel. Yeah, this is Ansel.
I,
He-
I
yeah.
rolled a nat
Hansel?
20 to try to get them out of jail. He's saying he can't do it, but he could try to like make their stay much more comfortable.
Oh yeah, like Chance would be like, he would shrug and like still like lean his shoulder against him, like, dude, I understand, like it's your job, it's no worries. Like,
I mean, yeah, that would be like tough, you know. I mean, I don't, you know, I don't want to. I'm not. I mean, you guys seem cool, but I'm not gonna go break the
like,
law or
I
lose my
don't
job.
want you to go to jail instead of them. Like,
Yeah, I'm not.
you seem
in-
nice.
I'm not.
You have a
I'm
nice
not into that.
shoulder. Like,
You
you
should
you came out to have a pint with us. Like, no.
you should try to like make their stay comfortable. Like I know that you don't know them personally, but the people of the realm do, and we only tried to help you guys. So
It'd be like more like I'm still like my shoulder's still leaning on him. Like we're
Oh, you're
rubbing
leaning back
shoulders and like
Okay.
kind of like drunk cuddle, I guess. Like, is there anything like we should know about the prison or anything? Like, I mean, I don't know. I've never been in prison here. Like, luckily I got out of it this time. But
I mean, it's a good place to treat people, you know, to what they deserve. We put a lot of effort into making sure we know the truth and, you know, doling out justice accordingly. I like to right wrongs. Had anything wrong lately? Looks at you. I'm trying badly to flirt as a guard. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
We're just looking.
I'm trying. I just can't.
We're just looking for our friends to be released.
Are you
without-
flirting with Chance or Taliesin? Like,
Ansel is flirting with Chance.
Yeah.
Okay,
was
so
oh,
here's
he was-
here's
He
the
was
thing.
persuaded. He was persuaded not to be enraged by the comment suggesting that he do something so against his personality, or whatever. And by the fact that he's obvious to Godwell and probably Taliesin at this point that he's just interested in continuing
Chance.
to. Yeah,
out
interested in
out of
Chance.
character. Here's the thing. Like, if you guys try to get this poor dude to release us, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure Sparklegem stays there and gets her punishment for what she did because she sabotaged us like 5
My
times in
goal-
this campaign.
would not be to release her from prison. It'd be learning about the system and the people in power of the system.
Okay,
I
yeah.
would
So
recommend you guys, because I legitimately don't really give a fuck about the laws of this land.
Well,
I
if this
figured
is
that
also
out.
home, like I
just
don't want to be
know-
kicked out
I
of my. You have to have that much empathy for Jerk, right? He's finally back home for the first time in like
Yeah.
5 or 6
Sure,
years.
I mean, I have.
Do you
I
want to
haven't-
get him
So,
kicked out of
my
his home
empathy
forever? Like that's
I don't-
kind of
is-
shitty.
Learning
don't-
about
I don't
the
know that I
geography
would
and
have-
maybe figuring out what's safe
Alright.
for you to deal
Alright.
with things.
guys, from the just a mechanical game point of view, this guy is persuaded by the idea of going to do something for you. So if you're trying to get him to go
For a
out,
nice
tell him.
backseat little boy with a floofy tail.
he's yes, and he's very interested in maybe meeting you again. If you ask him a bit about the place, he'll tell you about it. And stuff. He's very receptive to you at this point.
Yeah, so I'm still like rubbing shoulders with him.
Yeah, and so
I'm kind
he's
of
kind of like
flexing
into it.
against them. Like,
My suggestion was to just like make sure that our friends are taken care of, essentially.
Yeah, and like I said, he basically was like, I could go over there and maybe give them some more stuff that they might not have had. You know,
Or like try to put in a
blankets,
good word
blankets,
so they're
warm
not like
food,
flog so hard.
warm food instead of kibble.
Yeah.
Chance is gonna raise his hand and like motion over to the barkeep, like, "Hey, can we get another round, please?"
A very attractive young lady comes over, and how many things? What do you want? And takes your order.
And,
Ales are 3 silver.
wave my
wine is
hand
5.
over the people. Like,
Hard
anybody
liquor is
want
8.
anything? My buy this round.
I'll have a mead.
So 5 silver.
Godwald?
Do I want a second drink? No.
Okay.
Water, tea, coffee.
Ansel's like, I'll take another. And Tyre's like, of course. We should get some whiskey.
Chance, hand up. At least 3 shots of whiskey, my madame.
Ansel's
Fuck.
like, I'll take whiskey too.
I'm alright.
Madame, if you be willing, could you please provide us with shots of whiskey for
All right, yeah.
these
And so
fine
she-
gentlemen?
She runs off to go grab your drink orders. And Tyre's kind of looking for a point to like keep the conversation going without Ansel being around. Because he recognizes him as a guard. And that's why he's been sort of whispering to you and not really communicating this. Tried to hide the bit about his tattoo. So he also is like, he's like, yeah, I got a couple people, that I know that are in there, and it'd be really nice if you could go do something. I mean, I think the whole party here would be really, really into it if you'd go help them.
Nat 20.
Yeah, and so Ansel's just like, kind of a simple guy. He's like, yeah, all right, yeah, no, I'll go. I could do anything. I could do a lot of stuff. All right, I mean, like, I'm very capable, and I could totally go and do this for you, and I will. And I just Chance, maybe could we
meet again sometime? Like, I don't know, here or somewhere else, or this, maybe us. I think he's trying to ask you out.
Chance kind of like rolls his shoulders, sits up, and he like looks at him. His ears are like flicking, like, yeah, sure, we can meet up again. Like, when do you want to meet up again? Like, why? Like,
Oh, I don't know, maybe
yeah.
like a nice dinner or a walk on the pier.
Which pier? I mean, the piers. From what I know, like a lot of humans don't like the piers.
I mean, like, the Protector's Enclave side's, nice and all, but the Blue Lake side of the pier is really, like, there's a lot of stuff. There's lots of things going on. Well, places to go, entertaining things to see, shows and stuff. Maybe tomorrow I could meet you at one of my favorite places, the Driftwood Tavern.
Oh, we can meet tomorrow at the Driftwood Tower, as long as it's not during the screaming hour.
Oh yeah. Oh no, not the Fallen Tower with all that insanity. No, the Driftwood. It's down on the pier on the Blue Lake side. I'll meet you there tomorrow at like 7 o'clock. All right? Yeah. I'm gonna go like make sure your friends are comfortable and that they got all the stuff they need. And
Yeah.
this will be great. This will be great. I'm so excited to meet you, Chance. And he goes, kind of runs off.
Yeah.
Happy
Camille's,
at the
like,
idea.
looking behind him, like, he seemed nice.
Tires kind of like as soon as Ansel leaves, it's like, that guy's an idiot, isn't he?
A little bit. But he
That's nice,
seemed
though.
nice.
Yeah, nice. Nice is good. You can get stuff out of nice. But
Innocent.
yeah, and you can get stuff out of innocent. So good people to know.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you guys necessarily, but I've been chatting with your friend Chance here about a job, and it seems like maybe you might be interested in getting your share of a horde. I mean, a dragon's horde.
Well, I've been having quite a bit of dreams about a dragon, so
Oh, that's weird.
sounds like we might be on the same page.
Nice. Yeah, so all I want in exchange is I need to make back the 1100 gold that I just lost working for these guys. Like, that was fucked. And then if I get that back and then we split the rest even.
Oh, I don't care about gold. I just need to meet this frogman.
I like this guy. You were going to be best friends.
I just need to meet this frogman.
I will if you know what? I will be your bodyguard for your share of the horde if that's something that I can do to help you meet this frogman.
Sure.
Great! This is sounding like a great deal. You, Preacher Man! Any interest in taking down an evil green dragon?
I knew he was green.
Oh yeah?
I told all of that.
Was that in your dreams?
Yes, it was.
That's weird.
Yeah, well,
Magic people are weird.
yeah.
I like that we finally have the.
You're not wrong.
I like that we finally have the spectator on our team, but he's got like a different character now.
Like,
Okay, I don't have a million voices. I can do ridiculous French accents.
No, keep it.
I'm very Russian, and like 2 other things.
Keep that guy. I love him.
It is
He's
difficult.
amazing.
Yeah. It's low, gravelly. I mean, he also had the same voice, so make what you will of that.
I saw Oz making fun of my fucking gnome voice, saying it was Yoda in the chat.
Oh yeah,
Hey, what are you doing?
it is a little Yoda.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's fair. It's a fair assessment.
It's not wrong. It's just it was funny.
All right, guys. Well, it's 11:06, so let's wrap it up.
Yeah. All right. So basically, he goes on. He's like, he's willing to tell you. We could kind of pick it up from here and go on. I didn't realize it was quite that late. Thank you. Appreciate the notice. Yeah, this was a good time. This was a good session. Outside of losing a party member because they wanted to be difficult.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
You all would have
Here,
been in this bar.
I'm gonna kill the stream. So let's say good night, internet.
Good night.
Good night, Internet.
Good night, internet.